thing.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Wait. Oh wait.
Over.
Danger! Danger! Are we live?
We're live, Russ.
We were talking about personal shit.
I pulled a Dean. I hit the start button and said nothing.
I felt so bad for Dean when that happened, like a couple weeks ago.
Hello, everybody.
All right, he sort of went live during a streamer stream and didn't really say anything when he first got in because conversations were going on.
Hello, everybody. We're playing Superfight. We have no idea
Superfight.
what this is, but apparently it's amazing. Chad knows
learning
what this is.
I only know what this is because I watched the 2.5-minute instructional video on their website, and I got the basic gist of it. So here we go.
We're gonna do vanilla Superfight to start.
Oh, there's a devil's trap over here.
Yes, look out for that. That's it's not part of the game.
I'm
I put
stuck.
that there.
I'm stuck. I can't move.
I heard about this game.
I'm powerless.
So this game is
you have to break the devil's trap.
Oh no, don't do that. I need
break
that.
the devil's trap. Let me out. Oh, thank God. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Wow, that was a close one.
Fucking devil's trap. Now I just got blood. That doesn't make sense.
The hell?
Anyway, so
right.
the game basically is exactly what the title sounds like. It's a fight between two people. The white cards are your person, character, subject, and then the black cards are your attributes. So what you do is the first person is going to draw 3 cards from each deck. And
just one of us draws 3 from each?
Yeah, one person will draw 3 cards from each deck.
Okay.
Then you look at the cards and you choose 1 white card and I believe 2 black cards. I'm gonna have to look that up just to make sure.
Okay.
And then you create a character through this. So you'll have the actual character you have, like the video that I watched, they used Hermione, and then they had 2 attributes. One of them was very tight clothing and a billy club. And then the next person, the person next to you is going to do the exact same thing. You discard the cards that you're not going to use. Next person does the exact same thing. And the 2 have to argue over who would win in a fight.
Okay.
And then,
I see what this is.
Yeah. And then after you make your case, the table judges, and whoever loses, they throw their cards down. The winner keeps their cards. And then it moves on to the person next to the loser. And it goes around the table like that because the next person will have to fight the winner from the last round.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I like where this is going.
It's
so basically,
it's
we're gonna draw 3 of each. We're gonna choose 1 character and 2 attributes, and then we're going to battle to the death.
And then and this is perfect because we have 5 people, so 2 fighters, 3 judges.
Perfect.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Excellent.
Who goes first?
Yes.
We, by the way, real quick,
Youngest.
because we just got here, everybody, hello. Yeah. Oh, the youngest.
The youngest. That's what it
That
says.
might be, Christine, you're the youngest.
Am I?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, quick shout out though to everybody who's watching. Fat Al is here. Rylan Thompson is gaming. Jala Campbell, of course, is in. Ape Andre. Bruce Wayne himself is here.
No.
Oh, Bruce Wayne. I'm a big fan.
Okay,
Joshua
so I grabbed
Cifuentes. Yeah, grab your 3 white cards
Alex
and
Rojas
3 black
earlier said, Leviosa.
Leviosa. Georgia Moo said, I disliked the video. Oh,
Well,
okay.
go fuck yourself.
And thanks for watching.
Okay. You know what?
All right. So you're gonna choose 1 black card, and don't let us see them. Did you flip them yet?
I guess you'd probably
No.
want to put them over in your
Yeah. Put them on your
thing.
ledge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your
That way,
area.
nobody can see. That is. not
Jala
your
says who's
ledge.
the oldest. Jala says who's the oldest.
I am.
Yep.
Right now.
Christine, your ledge is over here, where your
Oh.
name is.
Where your name
Whoops.
is. All right. So I guess.
Uh-oh.
Oh, by the way,
it
Tragic's
begins.
here, and so is Chad.
And Tragic is also streaming. If
Yep.
you guys want to
Yes.
third view of the same table.
I'm used to being on the other side, I think.
Oh, that's cold.
It occurred to me. No. Honestly, even to myself, it occurred to me when I was setting this up. I'm like, why are we doing a dual stream? What does it matter? We're all looking at the same shit.
Yeah,
Although I guess
whatever.
it'll matter once you see people's hands.
Yeah.
Since so yeah. Everybody, pull all of us up.
All right.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm reading the basic rules. Youngest player goes first, starts by drawing the 3 cards of each. You can look at them, but don't let anybody else see them. Player 2, the next player to the left does the same. So that'll be me because I'm to the
All right.
left of her.
So you and
Each
Christine
player
first.
Each player chooses 1 white card and 1 black card from their hand to create a fighter and places those
Why
cards
gotta be
face
black?
down. Then they discard their remaining cards. So Christine, you're gonna choose 1 of each of your 1 white card and 1 black card. I've got to do the same real quick.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
Oh, this is. Oh man. Damn.
Riveting stuff right here. We're looking at these,
This is so
the
good.
backs
Oh,
of
they're-
these cards.
All right.
Well,
Now-
I take the moment. Hello, Alex Royas,
The ones
And
we
You'll
don't.
see him in a
Chaz.
minute.
Jonathan McGuire. Of course, I remember you, Jonathan.
These are the ones.
Let's
I'm not
fight.
doing.
Let's fight.
All right.
Hey, Benzie. Eric Reardon. I gotta make
Now,
sure I
the
shouted
ones
you
that
out.
I'm not using, do I put those back into the deck?
Flip them back. Flip them over so nobody can see them, and you're gonna
Yeah.
put them in a discard pile. Just create. No.
Oh,
Create a discard pile somewhere.
Here, I'll draw you up a box. There you go.
thanks.
Here's your box, Christine.
That's
Thank
very
you.
thoughtful.
Is there a community discard pile, or do we have individual
Yeah,
ones?
I believe it's a community discard pile.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I don't think around that.
Yeah. Community
Alright.
discard. That's fine.
So
All right. I have
Someone
mine.
said, Ahmed El Sharif, shout out to you, says, don't forget to ask Tragic that question you had. Shit.
Oh.
Even I don't remember, and usually I'm the one who remembers this shit.
The
all
question.
right.
Yeah. I remember being like, oh, we got to ask Tragic stuff, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
But what stream was this?
Was it about booty?
Booty, 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 boo. Booty, booty, booty.
Okay, Christine.
Yeah.
Now draw a black card.
Another black card.
Another black card.
Okay.
This is going to be like a blind draw, so you don't get to choose this one.
All right.
All right. Okay.
All right. And once we do that,
Can I
we
look
are
at it?
ready to plead our case for why our character would win in a fight. Now, let me just make sure there's nothing else. Both players argue and plead their cases about why their fighters would win the fight. Once the arguing is done, the table votes for a winner. In the event of a tie, both players draw a random white card and fight to the death with no attributes, no black cards. The table votes again. Do this until there's a winner. The winner fighter stays on the table for the next player to fight and will not get any new attributes in the next fight. You got to go with the character that you've already got established. The player who won the fight earns 1 point. The next
All
match,
right.
player 3.
When do we see your cards?
Well, in just a second. Player 3, the next player to the left, now creates a fighter following the same rules. Okay, so that's
All right.
essentially it. That's
I love how the
basically
two
entire
people not streaming are the first ones to go.
game.
Oh,
Just treat it as if one of you focus on Christine, one of you focus on me. How about that?
All right. There you go.
All right,
I'll watch Christine.
Let's throw our cards down.
All right, Christine. Let's see what you got. Show me what you got.
All right.
Show
Let's
me what
see.
you got, mama.
Ooh,
All
we
right.
got some R-rated ones in there.
Okay. So
All right.
what's this red card? Where'd the red card?
those, I
come
guess,
That's
from?
an R-rated.
The R-rated
Oh,
ones.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
So-
So Christine gets to go first.
Oh,
Go,
no.
Christine. So who's your hero and what's the power that they have?
Okay. Well, I have an army of 72 virgins.
Ooh. You know what? Just in numbers, that's pretty good.
who are so charming and irresistible that they can literally talk the pants off of anyone.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then once they have their pants off, they unleash their secret weapon, which are extremely hot burritos
Okay.
in a pizza
Ooh.
bag, and they throw it at them.
That's not bad. That
No,
you know what?
I was thinking frozen burritos, but I got to agree, hot burritos would be
Yeah.
way worse.
Not to
Oh,
mention
yeah.
they all have them, so you're getting 72 hot burritos
That
thrown
is
at
an
your now naked
army
junk.
of burrito massacre right there.
And you know, some of those burritos are gonna break open, and it's gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna get some hot salsa
It's gonna
stuck to your,
like a
stuck to your
refried-
groin.
like buckshot
Yes.
the refried beans are gonna be stuck to your wiener.
burrito scatter.
Oh man, Ahmed, real quick, Ahmed El Sharif says Tragic's audio is really bad. We should actually add a Nightbot command for Tragic that just comes up with that comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right.
Tragic
Well, what do you got
just
there,
sounds
Chad?
bad.
So
It's-
if we're talking numbers here,
Okay.
72 virgins is fine. I've got every single person at Burning Man.
oh
Shit.
my god,
I'm gonna look up.
I've got a-
How many people
I've got a
attempted
veritable
Burning Man.
army of people who are fucking out of their minds on drugs right now. Now,
Oh my
granted-
God! Over 50,000 people. Oh wait, that was 6 years ago. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
only gotten bigger.
So
Oh my God.
now, granted, they do get distracted by shiny things, but these are virgins. There's no sweat glisten yet. We're good.
okay.
Well,
And
You mean you're
Like,
you're,
they
you're
might be able to
assuming that
throw
they're
those
not oiled
burritos.
up and ready to go, you know?
well, okay, but they might be able to throw those burritos. But would they be able to throw them if I were to cover them with the webbing from my anus?
Yeah. Well, everyone at Burning Man shooting webs out of their anus.
that's a lot of webs.
50,000 plus people.
Look, I got to
shooting
make an
webbing
argument.
out of their asses.
I got to make an argument right here. These 72 virgins can literally talk the pants off of anyone.
which
I'm thinking
makes
if
my
they-
weapon even
yeah.
that
They,
just
they are
exposes my
prepping
weapon.
you for an
Exactly.
attack. You know?
They
The only-
locked and loaded
Yeah.
the anus webs.
All right.
You know
Well,
what?
the only thing I could see being an issue, and this is really nitpicking, just because I'm trying to find a problem. And Christine, I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. It says distracted by shiny things. Now, burritos are often wrapped up in foil. Now,
No,
would
but
that
they're-
does that
we are-
that's the only shiny thing I
Right
can
now,
think of?
it says burritos. It doesn't say wrapped
Yeah,
burritos
you're right.
straight from. It says burritos. Burritos
Yeah.
in general are very, very
You-
dull in color. Refried beans are a beige brown color.
You know,
The
you're
flat
right.
white tortilla.
You guys never heard of the Burning Man Burrito Massacre of 1972?
I don't think that's a thing. I think
Tell
you're
us about
lying.
it.
Well, let's hear Christine out.
Yeah, this
she
is her
seems to
counter
know
argument.
what
Oh,
she's
we have to
talking
hear
about.
this.
Well, during that massacre, these virgins snuck in as regular women. And they
Regular women.
Oh,
well, you know,
Just
they're
normal
incognito.
women who are not
Yeah.
virgins.
They're like virgin spas, you know?
Yeah.
And they pretended to be hippie druggies.
Okay.
And they snuck their burritos in their backpacks. And then once they lit the big wooden Burning Man statue,
Mhm.
that's when they
When they burned the man. Yeah.
yeah they lit it when that's when they unleashed their pants method.
You have to
man.
understand, people at Burning Man are used to heat. They're used to fire. They're not worried about hot burritos.
You know
Now-
what I want to hear? Not to I'm
Well,
interjecting slightly, but what I want to hear is I want to hear what everybody watching thinks. I see one person that
Yeah, it's
says
true.
the virgins kind of win right now.
Really?
Um,
I thought
my.
that early on. I thought that was a pretty good thing, but I don't know.
It's an army. An
yeah, I mean
army.
we're talking everyone that's been.
How
at
long would they
Burning Man.
remain virgins at
Also,
Burning Man?
It turns out the oh man.
come on, man.
That card is invalid. It is null and
Yeah.
void.
Shit. I honestly think let's take a vote.
Okay, I want to know how strong are these webs? Are they like
Danger,
steel
it doesn't matter
girders,
how
or is it
strong they
just
are.
like-
There are
But is it-
50,000 people shooting them out of their asses.
Well, I kind of got to know, like, is it Spider-Man webs or is it just regular spider webs where you walk through it and you're like, it's in my mouth. Oh, gross.
Have you ever tried to walk through 50,000 of them?
That would
Be
be
a little
pretty
tougher,
awful.
wouldn't it?
Honestly, only once. And
Hi, Ray
wasn't,
Ricaccio.
it wasn't great.
Now that's just their weapon. That's just an attribute that they have. This is still 50,000 people. This is 50,000
Right.
people.
I mean,
Most
they
likely
can still punch.
not in their right mind.
Yeah.
Seeing 72 virgins at Burning Man.
Yeah.
I don't think they are in a safe place, to be honest.
Ryland Thompson may have completely destroyed it. He says
Okay.
72 virgins can only hit 72 people at a time.
Well, there's nothing
Exactly.
said that it says throws
Not necessarily.
burritos. There's no telling how many burritos they have.
But
Well,
72
yeah, but that's a lot of
people at
burritos
once.
per minute.
And
Very-
just
Assuming
think,
everybody gets one shot right off the bat.
just think melting cheese and ground beef on your junk.
Just think 50,000 people.
Oh, and I've just got an update. By the way, it turns out that now attendance has risen to over 70,000. So,
Oh,
I have-
man.
I have a question.
Tragically, we'd like to interject.
We have determined that the fight is happening at Burning Man to give the 70,000 people at Burning Man the home field advantage. We have settled that.
We have not
Yes.
settled that. There's no set
even if
location.
it wasn't at Burning Man. This is still everyone in attendance at Burning Man. Regardless of where it is, this is Burning Man attendees who, that in itself, they are not in their right mind. They might hurt themselves a little bit. I don't
here's
know,
the
but
thing, though.
70,000 of them.
I wanna bring up a valid point. I've never been to Burning Man myself, but I've heard stories that at Burning Man there are real feel good vibes. You know, there's a lot of community effort going on. Nobody really throws down at Burning Man. It's very.
But they're
against
not at Burning Man. We've just established they're not necessarily at Burning Man. They're
But
on
I-
the
but-
battlefield right now.
But if they're Burning Man, if that is what defines them, then we have to at least assume that they are acting the way that they would at Burning
Yeah.
Man.
And
On the field of battle, though.
They're all stoned.
and I also feel like hot.
Not to mention the fact
burritos-
that this is you
hot
can't
burritos
generalize
is a very
70,000
powerful
people.
weapon. I
You
just want
can't
to say.
generalize 70,000 people plus 72 hot burritos. Like we said, no, even if they threw multiple burritos on that first charge, even if a fraction of the 70,000 were to go at them, it's not even a question.
Fast
All right,
says,
guys.
I want to go to this 50,000 people party and getting pelted by tacos by 72 virgins.
And so many
This does
people,
sound like a pretty awesome, like ass webs and burritos with virgins and
so many
burning men.
people are
And
also saying that they now want burritos, and I got to include myself in that.
And also,
Sounds so
it
good.
doesn't,
I already
it
have
doesn't
one.
actually
Nice.
specify gender. It just says 72 virgins. Those could be male, too.
that's
Yeah,
true.
you might
that's
have
fine.
some real...
Are you saying that men might be better fighters than women? I'm not.
You know
I'm
what?
saying 70
I'm going with
people in
history
general.
here. I've read Sun Tzu's The Art of War. All right, and I know it's we live in a PC time, and I'm willing to accept that not just men can do the fighting, but it is absolutely impossible to argue the fact that men are more aggressive, and they are harder to reason with when they're angry.
All right, guys, we have to. You know what? This argument could go on all day,
I
but we
think it
need
comes
to.
down
We need to take a
numbers.
vote.
I think it comes down to numbers first.
Before you vote, I should say
Final plea.
when the pants come off, they don't just like drop off like your belt didn't
Right.
work. They fly off.
They fly off.
That's not stipulated by the cards.
I don't know. It says that you can
Mhm.
literally talk the pants off of anyone. It doesn't
Yeah.
specify
It doesn't
how
specify.
the pants come off.
All right.
So you
You know
have
what?
to go by the cards. Not to now,
As a
keep in mind-
judge, I am willing to allow it.
I'm willing to allow
Keep
this.
in mind, most of these people's
Thank you.
pants are probably already off. That doesn't matter.
It's also a good counter argument. All right.
Boos's
We
Gaming says,
need-
I've learned from past streams. I ate before I started watching.
All right. Let's do this. Let's take a vote.
Okay. All right.
Tragic, you being the first person going clockwise. That's how we'll do it. Like vote. Who votes
Yeah.
when. So Tragic, you
Okay.
first.
Well, it's obvious who I'm going for.
Is
Being a booty man of Snake Fist Explosion, I'm going for the ass webs. Chad wins this.
ass
thank you.
webs. All right.
But
As one for Chad.
Who's next?
You're
I'm
next, Andrew.
I'm next. Okay. I'm going to go with the 72 virgins.
Yay.
They are
what the
outnumbered, but I think given the warrior spirit and those hot burritos, I think it's a better weapon against some very mild-mannered and friendly people, no matter how
You're
many of them
putting
there
this
are and how
warrior
many
spirit
webs
on
they
them
shoot out of
yourself.
their ass. All right.
There was no warrior spirit talked about. That is not an attribute. You
Now,
put that
final
there.
I think
arguments have
they're
been made.
capable of a warrior spirit.
Order. Order.
They've never been laid ever.
All right.
There's some
For my-
frustration.
All right, so I've got the deciding vote here, and I just want to read a part from towards the end of the review of the rules that says, unlike other judge-based games, this is not anonymous. If a player is being biased for whatever dumb reason, never play with that person again. So it is without bias that due to the sheer numbers and the fact that you'd be drowning in webs, whether they wanted to hurt the virgins with them or not, that's too many webs. And it's too many people for 72 virgins with burritos to deal with. So I got to give the win to Chad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Chad.
Thank you very
Wow.
much. Thank you. It was a good fight, Christine.
To the winner go the spoils.
I'm gonna lock you in the basement, man.
I go upstairs and I'm like, hello, Christine? She just slides some food under at the bottom of the door.
Here's a granola bar, you fuck.
Shout outs, guys. We got Hayden Tawake is here. DJ Sarsaparilla has been in. Oh, by the way, does this mean Tragic? You're facing Chad?
Yeah, Tragic has to face me now. So,
all right,
Christine, discard your cards.
Where the
Flip
red
them.
ones go in the black pile, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just flip them so you know which ones.
Yeah.
And
How do I pick a card? Oh god, damn it!
yeah, so do it. No, Tragic. Yeah, you gotta do a quick pull. Click and pull really quick.
Nathan Mula, hello. Miss Virgo Love has been here, and if I have missed shouting out Miss Virgo Love, I'm glad to have rectified that.
Oh,
Welcome.
Yeah, that was
Camilla
a close
B.
one. That was a close one, Russ.
Boo
No,
says
who-
gaming
what-
says Russ isn't getting any burrito tonight.
She just no, I will. She's gonna mush it under the slot at the bottom of the door. So and I'm gonna be forced to eat it. If I want to
I'll just mush it in your face in the
not
middle of
starve.
it. Here's
I
your
don't think we're
burrito.
talking
Here's your
about the
fucking
same
burrito.
Oh man.
All right. Let's do this. Tragic,
Oh, man.
you have
Fenty's
sick-
got steak with HP yum yum sauce.
Oh, HP sauce so good.
Oh, that sounds really,
HP
really
yum yum.
good.
No, not yum yum sauce. He said HP sauce. Yum yum in my
sauce,
tongue.
isn't that
I
is
read
that's the
it.
stuff
Two
that-
different. They're two different.
English
James Jun-
steak sauce?
Yeah, James
it's like-
Junbao
it's like,
suggested it to me, and I bought it once, and it was delicious.
Oh, I
Tra-
didn't like it.
Keep
It
an eye
tastes
out.
like the other.
Quick
steak.
question, Tragic. Why do you have 6 cards over in your area?
Because he had to draw 3 of each.
Yeah,
oh,
you draw three
right.
of
I
each.
thought I forgot. Oh yeah, throw it here. I'll move these to the discard pile for you there.
No,
Wait,
no,
you
you
took-
didn't discard yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
No,
I did
no,
not.
that's
Leave
just,
us
how,
alone.
that's just how Tragic draws.
I see.
Now,
Okay.
Chad, do you go with the same
I
fighter?
have to stick. Yes, I have to stick with the same.
Ooh,
I have
wow.
to
that's
defend
good.
my crown with the same fighter, which
So,
is tough.
You know what? Tragic's really got the upper hand here because
He
he can
does.
now formulate an attack strategy
That's clever.
based around what he already knows about
Exactly.
your fighter.
So I've got to try to come up with different reasons. Well,
Tragic,
not necessarily
these are
different,
all
but
visible
I've got to.
right here.
I've got to try to maneuver my way around this.
Real quick, Chad, let's make a mark on your end so we know how many points you have. So we
One.
know who's in the lead. So you got 1. Oh,
Is
is
that,
that what that is?
I already got one. Yeah. Sorry. I had an
Oh,
arrow
I
there.
see. I
upside
was looking
down,
at it
okay.
upside down, and,
and
it's
it
got an
has
arrow
like a
next to it.
devil's tail in it.
Here. I'll you know what? Here. We'll do green for score.
Oh, good.
Or your color. If you get it, do your color. And
That is
we'll
a
do tally
really
marks.
fucked up one.
I'm just doing a thick tally mark so you see it.
That's a really
Shout
fucked
out
up
to
tally mark.
All right, fine, fuck it.
Shout out to Solid Crow, Christy Gigotti, and Nathan Muley. That's how it's spelled. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Kelly Casey is here. TG Jr. really wants us to tell TG to subscribe to him. I mean, I can next time I talk to him.
I'll tell him.
Danger. When you talk to Bren next, tell him here's your fucking call.
Here's your fucking phone call.
Oh man.
And I pick one more card, right, from the black pile.
Did you picked your 2? One for
Yes.
black and one. Okay. So discard your blacks and whites. And then pick one more black.
One more black. Always bet on black.
Yes,
Wow,
got
you're-
to pick up one more
Tragic,
black.
Your discard is atrocious. Let me help you with that.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
It's nice of you.
Doing all the work for Tragic.
Doing all the work for Tragic now.
What's up, Typical Adam, Andrew, Chaz, Stay Puffed, Ray Ricacho, John Vila, Jay Whit.
What? All right.
What?
All right, let's do this.
James is in the chat. He says Chad has already won this round.
I don't
It's
know,
going to take
man.
quite a bit to beat 70,000 Burning Man goers.
Yeah. Well, you don't know that. We don't know what's in this. What's in these.
You're going to
decks.
need true evil to battle this.
Yeah. What if he gets like Justin Bieber or something?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
God.
All right.
Who
All right,
wants just
Tragic.
Bieber? Come on.
Which was one of the cards that they showed in the instructional video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Tragic, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let me show you my fighter.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready.
So flip them and put them down here.
Yeah, we can't see them while they're up there. Okay. What do you got?
All right.
I have a child
Go ahead,
Oh.
Tragic.
Continue.
Oh,
beauty pageant queen.
A child
Oh, my
beauty,
goodness.
beauty pageant queen. All right.
Oh, what does she do?
let's see.
Oh my God!
Throws
Oh,
homeless
Lord.
people.
Just yelp. Just chunks them. You have no
Okay.
idea. And ladies and right here.
All
Besiege man. Oh shit!
Can stop time while holding breath.
I don't know.
See,
That might be a game changer right there.
winner right here. This is
Wow.
an automatic winner right here. And let me tell you why. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me explain to you. You have a child beauty pageant queen who already throws tantrums for being a snotty little bitch.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You telling me you give her the power to stop time while holding her breath? Oh, she'll turn shades of purple in a minute now
Yeah.
and stop the asses from shooting out those webs. And wow, time is stopped. She will go out and grab homeless people and knock out everybody at Burning Man.
Yeah. Well,
Given the
Wait.
fact that everybody
Yeah.
at Burning Man is homeless.
oh,
Here.
that is a good
Oh,
argument. right
No.
there. Everyone at Burning Man is homeless.
Real quick, Danger. I have an idea of how we should run these things.
Okay.
The new player that comes in should be allowed an uninterrupted opening argument, like Tragic just did, so that worked out well. The defending
Awesome.
champion should be able to then defend their position. And then each one of us, as the judges, should get one big question we're allowed to ask.
Okay.
And-
You got it.
And then we'll do closing arguments on each side.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh,
Let's go.
I like it. So, Tragic, I like what you had to say. Are you finished with your opening argument?
I just have to say that all these child beauty pageants, they look pretty, but in a very, very bad way. But the simple fact is, you're not supposed to be looking at child beauty pageant stars like that. You know, so
Right.
all of
This
them
is true.
turn.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Tragic's
so
good
they
because
have that going for them. Yeah.
he's not just about the fight; he's also about the message. That's going to endear him to the judges.
Yeah. You know what?
Think about it. The All Star could be what's that girl name? Honey Boo Boo. Yeah, Honey Boo Boo.
Ooh.
Can you think about it? Can you think about it? Anime, Honey Boo Boo comic books, throwing homeless people while holding her breath and stopping time. Think about that for a minute, y'all. Think about that for a minute. I don't think you understand
All
that.
right.
I'm thinking about it.
Chad,
Alright.
counter argument.
All right. So first off, little lungs. Not a lot of time to hold your breath.
All right.
I don't think she's got time to throw 70,000 people in that breath. Honey Boo Boo, the type of people that are going to Burning Man are the type of people that are so far up their own asses that they scoff at any and all reality programming, especially the ones about beauty pageants. That will infuriate them. Just the mere presence of her will drive them mad.
You know what?
Hmm.
I see your point.
Okay.
That's
All
a
right.
very valid point.
And
So what
any-
in between breaths? I mean, that's a lot. That's a big load for a child to handle.
Right. No pun
Right.
intended.
May I rebut?
No,
May- may I
Tragic. You don't
rebut?
get to say. No, Tragic. This is Chad's time.
No. I feel like that's I feel like that's all I really need to say.
All right. So we
Yeah.
each get to ask you both a question. And Danger, you are first.
Oh, I am? Oh,
Yeah,
I should have thought of
ask.
a question.
Well, I mean, if you
All
got
right.
no questions, you can pass. But
Well, if you want to, I have a question. If you want to
Well, we'll go in order. We'll go around in
It's
clockwise.
my turn, Christine.
No, I was just giving you more
Can
time
I
to
add
think.
one more thing?
Here.
Sure.
Okay. Not to mention the fact that we're shooting webs out of our asses.
Yeah.
What little girl do you know who isn't deathly afraid of anything having to do with spiders
And asses.
and asses?
All right.
May I please rebut that, sir?
No,
Not
you'll
yet.
get your time at the
Now
end.
they get their questions.
All right.
May I have the question, please, sir and ma'am?
Now, do you guys get one question per person, or do you get one question?
I'd say per
You know
person.
what? I don't have any.
You've
already made up your
questions.
mind?
Everything is self-explanatory. I understand fully what I'm looking at.
Okay.
All right. Tragic.
Yes.
This throwing homeless people power. Is this just just like conjuring homeless people out of nowhere? Or is it just like if there's somebody homeless around, she just can toss them? And if that's the case, how many of them can she toss at once?
Well, given the fact that she can stop time while holding her breath, it could be infinite amount of people during the time she's holding her breath. So how many? How many ever?
Well, you assume she's holding her breath forever. I can't agree with that.
Oh,
Eventually,
that was
she's
my
gonna...
question.
All right. Well, yeah. See, that's kind of an issue.
Argued that point.
Tragic. I don't know. I don't know how I feel now.
Do you have a question for me, Russ?
Let me see.
Look,
No, you know what?
say-
I'm good. I'm good on.
I think, given that she throws homeless people, with ease, I really think that while holding her breath, she could probably throw a total of like 7 homeless people.
Not to mention that kind of exertion probably takes a little bit out of her.
Yeah.
This is a beauty queen. This is a child beauty queen. She is loaded up on Mountain Dew and 5-hour energy drinks. Are you really kidding me?
But not strength.
All right. Christine, questions?
She can throw homeless people. She can throw homeless people. We're not talking about young homeless people. We're talking about
Tragic. All right, order
in the super fight.
All right.
Well,
I will hold you in contempt.
my one question kind of came up, but about if she can, kind of a paradox, if she can hold her breath, if she can stop time while holding her breath, then technically, if you're stopping time, then you can infinitely hold your breath, right?
Well,
Yeah.
while she's
not at all.
regaining
Time
her
doesn't
breath,
stop for her.
Well, I think
Well,
what she's
how do you know?
referring to, what she's referring to is Dragon Ball Z. Now, remember there was an episode in Dragon Ball Z where a man could stop time himself while holding his breath, and during that time he could do some wicked stuff. Remember that now.
But
Dragon
during
Ball
that time, just holding your breath, you're still bound by like your physical being.
Are you?
Like, just because time doesn't exist, that
otherwise
has no bearing over your ability to breathe.
Have you never seen a 7-year-old hold her breath? Really?
No, I was
It's
once
usually in quick
all blue.
bouts,
Yeah, I was
followed by
once 7
kicking
years
and
old
screaming.
and could only hold my breath so long. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, small
Okay,
ones.
the only other thing is now, because it's not specific, I assumed from the beginning that she can throw homeless people with her mind, not physically pick them up.
It doesn't say that.
I know, but that's why I'm asking. Like,
Well, it's still pretty general. Like we do need specifics. So if that's the case,
because if she can do it with her mind, then she doesn't need physical strength.
If it was with her mind, the card would state with her mind. It's throws homeless people.
Okay. Well, tragic. What do you think?
I say it's a physical thing. I mean, it'd be totally ridiculous for a child beauty queen to throw with her mind. I'm thinking she's just chunking them with the strength of pageantry.
He's trying to win you with his jazz talk and his weird lingo.
I think this is closing arguments.
I object.
going.
And I have something. I have something to say. I have to rebut something that was said by the Chad Rocks. I have to rebut. Now he said that the people at Burning Man will be so upset at seeing a reality star. Now, if you are upset, you do not loosen your cheeks. You tighten them in anger.
I never said upset.
Anger.
I said infuriated.
He said infuriated. You cannot be calm with your booty. When you're infuriated, it locks up, and you will not be able to throw the webs from your ass at the time of fight a child beauty pageant queen.
I feel like genuine rage and fury will lead people to be able to do just about anything. They put especially 70,000 of them angered by Honey Boo Boo.
All right.
Well, let's get our vote on.
Well, those were the closing arguments, and now it's time to cast our vote.
And Danger, you are the first to go.
Look, here's the thing. I don't care how many homeless people this child can throw while holding her breath, while time has stopped. I don't think that she can throw 70,000 naked men tripping balls, shooting webs out of their ass, and we're not even factoring in, everything here. Like it's just too many. That it would be too tall of an order. She could not fight 70,000 people who are on LSD, and I'm gonna have to give it to Chad.
Okay. Well, I think that I kind of have it in my head that the throws homeless people means that she can, using her mind, toss homeless people around. But the problem is with that, Burning Man has turned into one of these things that has become very popular, and I don't think the average number of people there who are homeless, I don't think it's like it used to be. I think it's actually pretty popular now, and a lot of normal people are taking time out of their year to go there that are not that have homes, that have jobs, and would not be affected by that homeless people throwing. Also, kids can't hold their breath that long, so I also have to give it to Chad.
Can I give an argument to enhance your argument?
I mean, you could, but Chad's basically won.
Well,
although Christine
here's
wants
the thing,
to, but go
is
ahead.
that when you're at Burning Man, everyone has a home.
That you should have been a lawyer, Danger. That was a good line. Christine, what were you gonna do?
Let's hear Christine.
Well, I guess my vote's irrelevant, but I was
No. We still need to hear it.
It's still important.
I was gonna go for Tragics, based solely on the fact that I think it's amazing that a child beauty pageant queen would be able to stop time while holding her breath.
I think you're just sore over the last match.
The homeless people is just a bonus at the end.
Possible.
That Christine has the proper way to vote, and I beseech the rest of the judges to vote the same way.
We already voted Tragic.
It's over. It's done.
Okay,
Whoa! That's good.
So now that it's done, now that I've gotten the win, I will point out Tragic. I think Tragic could have won that one had he pointed out one of my flaws.
Well, do you want to put that flaw out there for Danger, who's now going to go against it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there right now. We're distracted by shiny things. She's a beauty pageant queen.
Oh,
tragic!
If only you had made that argument.
People who would have been like, "Oh."
She could have just thrown on some glitter makeup, and they'd be done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tragic. Sorry that didn't work out for you. It's Danger's turn to try and take on the horde of Burning Man goers.
I feel like I probably shouldn't have said that because that can now be used against me in case Danger gets anything.
I mean, I actually saw it during the closing argument, but I believe in the Burning Man is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at what I got here. Let's see. All right.
Shout out Jordy Batters.
The white ones are the character.
Yes.
Okay.
So choose one of each. That'll be your character. Black is attribute. And then once you pick one of each, you're going to discard everything that you're not using and then pick an additional black card.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to that.
Tragic's audio. Oof. Tragic. We got to figure out what's wrong with your mic someday. It is kind of up and down. It's very much like one word's loud and it's quiet. Loud again.
It
Well,
might be your like automatic gain control or something.
Yeah, check
Have
out
you done any
your
of
audio
that?
settings.
I cut automatic gain control off. It should not be on.
No, it's
in this
actually
it
a
should
good
be on.
thing.
I'm
It's
going to
actually a
admit to
good thing in
something right
this.
now,
Okay.
just to show that I'm a good sport, or a good sportsman. I had the stream up and I took a glance and I didn't see what he has, but I did see Danger's cards real quick. So I closed it out. I did close it out. And I didn't
Okay.
see what you had, but I realized that I could have. And I was like, oh no!
I don't really think that it matters too much.
I'd be able to kind of prepare. I think limiting the
There's
time
not
of
really
preparation.
anything you can do though. You already.
It's true. It's
you
up
made
to
your
us.
bed and
No,
now
no,
you
no,
have to lie in it.
No, but knowing I would know how to
Okay.
You get a
approach.
little bit of a jump
little
start. It's
bit.
true, but it's not too bad.
All right, fine. I'll look.
All right. Let's see.
No, I'll hold out. I won't.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking lose.
Hey, Jack the Wolf.
All
It's
right.
the argument, Danger. It's the argument.
All
You could
right.
win.
And Panty Breeze. I didn't shout out Panty Breeze, and
Hello.
we really should. So, hello, welcome. Welcome here.
All right, guys, are you ready to see what is going to take down all of the attendees at Burning Man?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
see it.
Here's what I got. I got the ghost of Osama bin Laden.
Ooh.
He has vertigo. But to be fair, he's also got acid blood.
Oh. Wait, a ghost with acid blood?
Yes.
All right, this one's got some issues, but Danger,
We're
make your
going by
opening argument.
supernatural rules.
Do you have anything else to say other than just listing the powers?
Of course I do. Look,
Go for it.
here's the thing. The ghost of Osama bin Laden is a truly terrible opponent to go up against, no matter who you are. First off, it's Osama bin Laden, so he's going to be all out just fucking mental. He's going to eat your children. He's going to crash his planes into your heart, and that's how it works. But he won't be flying the planes because of course he has vertigo, and it causes problems. You know how it is. But he's also a ghost, which means that he is impervious to webs being fired from the anuses of Burning Man goers. He's got the ability to teleport. He can haunt people at his own discretion. He is not limited by time. He can take the next century to haunt every Burning Man goer until they're fucking dead. And if they tried to take him out, he's got acid blood. He's just gonna bleed on them, and they're gonna trip balls to death because it's acid. His blood.
So you're claiming that we got to take
He's
this into
got
account.
LSD
that acid.
blood.
Okay, so
They're gonna
this is not like
overdose.
aliens. This is not like aliens' blood where it's acidic. This is literal like psychedelic acid.
It is like aliens because it will eat through metal as long as it's a spaceship.
Oh Jesus!
As long as it's a spaceship, it'll eat through it. But if it gets on your skin, you're just gonna trip balls until you die.
I think it's got to be a consistent one. I think you got to choose.
That's
Yeah.
how powerful this acid is.
No, because you got to choose. It's either psychedelic or
Yeah,
it's
a
or it
psychedelic.
eats through stuff.
Anyways,
Okay,
but
All right.
it makes you think that it's the blood from Alien.
I see. Okay, you know what? That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
All right, I think you may have just shot yourself in the foot there, Danger, because
Ooh.
who better suited to handle acid blood that makes you trip than the entirety of the Burning Man attendees? They are used to this. This is what they live for. All you're doing is fueling their fire. Not to mention the fact that Osama bin Laden, you say he's scary. I've never seen him lift the finger to do anything. He was always calling others to do his bidding. And right now, this is a match between his ghost, which already is even less scary because he can't touch anything, and Burning Man. So and he has vertigo. Come on.
Well, that just means that he can't
He's
climb
gonna
ladders,
get dizzy
all
and
right?
worried about it.
All right.
All right.
Question. So I guess
Time for questions.
I have a question.
Hang on, Tragic. We go clockwise. I'm first.
Yeah, follow the rules, Tragic.
I
Yeah.
don't have a clock. I have a cell phone. Damn it, hell.
All right. I'm
All right.
looking at both of your cards. Damn it. All right. You know what? I don't feel I have to ask any questions. I'm going to pass over to Christine.
No
okay.
questions about the ghost of Osama bin Laden.
No,
that has
I think you.
acid for blood.
I think you actually. I think you actually. Okay. Actually, here. How about this? So he's incorporeal.
Yes.
How do you get him to? How do you get him to bleed?
With a ghost knife.
Okay, but nobody's got a ghost knife that I know of.
There are no ghost knives on the table right
Yeah,
now.
that's
And if
not-
It's just
there
something
were-
that ghosts are able to do, apparently.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
And if there were, I feel like 70,000 people would be able to probably get a hold of that ghost knife and use it against them.
look,
And then trip balls and have a good time with it.
here's
It's
the thing.
obviously not blood like we have blood.
The acid blood is it's a fallback, you know. Just like the aliens in Alien, you know, their primary mode of attack was not to bleed on people, but it was a drawback that they didn't want to happen because they knew that the blood was corrosive, so it made them have to be extra careful.
Okay.
With the super concentrated acid, which is in Osama bin Laden's body, I think that the Burning Man goers would be very tempted to try his blood, which would draw them to the ghost of Osama bin Laden as a trap.
Okay.
And you did say that you die if you do it, right?
Yeah, the concentration is very, very high. It would take both a stroke of luck and a medical miracle to survive such a dosage of LSD.
Okay, my question is, does he have vertigo because he was shot in the head?
Yes. Absolutely. Wouldn't you?
It really throws off his balance.
Whenever it rains, he just gets the spins like crazy.
You can't look over a staircase railing.
Yeah, you know, he got up on his tiptoes once and he was like, "Nope."
It's like oh my god, it's like from Arrested Development. The what's her face? Remember the girl?
Oh, Lucille too.
Yeah.
Liza
What's her
Minnelli.
name?
Yeah. When she's like, "Oh, my vertigo."
Oh God.
But
Okay.
Like
the
falls
real
over.
dangerous thing here is that it's the ghost of Osama bin Laden.
Right. It's a hateful ghost.
It's a very hateful ghost. It's a
Right.
very
Would he
very
be shouting?
vengeful spirit.
Would he be
Well, here-
shouting at you?
Oh yeah, but you wouldn't understand him because he's
It's
speaking
true.
he's speaking
Yeah.
Darcy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ubi, by the way. And by the way, Nightbot is reminding us that it's 7 months, 3 days to Christmas. I really wanted to make sure everybody knew that.
It's very
Tragic.
important information.
Tragic.
Well,
It's your
Christine never
turn.
asked me what. Did you
Oh, I
have a
thought
question for me?
Oh yeah, Christine, you have one for Chad.
Actually, no. I think
Okay.
I know all
We have
I
a pretty
need to
good
know about
idea
that.
of your
Yeah.
Yeah.
your
At
stuff
this
so
point.
far. So go ahead, Tragic.
Well, both of you have already asked both questions I wanted to ask, so we're just
Okay.
going to go to the judging part.
Well, no, now it's
I
closing
wanna-
arguments.
I want to
Closing
slow
arguments.
down for a second. Tragic, you wanted to also ask if he got vertigo because he got shot in the head?
No, I wanted to
That's
go
pretty
ask.
specific.
I wanted to ask, how did he get vertigo?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Did
Okay,
he
well that's a
have
different.
vertigo-
Okay.
Did he have vertigo before he was a ghost, or after he was a ghost?
It was definitely after, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So closing arguments.
Closing arguments.
Andrew, you go first.
All right. Well, here's the thing. It had been mentioned that that Osama bin Laden's not scary because nobody saw him do anything. But the fact of the matter is that Osama bin Laden's so scary that he doesn't have to do anything. People do things in his name out of fear. He is a master of fear. He knows how to take your most primal fears and turn them against you. in a way that could reshape the most powerful country in the world.
Wow.
And that's what he's going to do to all these drugged out hippies in the desert. He's going to ruin their fucking perception of reality with fear until they either become dead or they're changed forever, and then he will still kill them.
All right.
See, I don't agree. I don't feel like he has ever been intimidating or scary at all. If you look at any of the videos where he's speaking, it looks like he's about to fall asleep. No, just an old man in a rocking chair about to go out.
The Ben Carson of Muslims.
You
I'm
said
just
it yourself. He inspires, but you right now have nobody to inspire. You've got no army. You've got Osama bin Laden. That's it. Not to mention the fact that in my entirety of the Burning Man goers, I'm assuming there's at least one or two scientists or physicists or paranormal experts, things like that. There has to be, just because that kind of event draws that type of personality, I feel. Just that type of person who's into really weird shit. This is right up their alley.
All right. Mm-hmm. Does that conclude your closing argument?
I think that's it.
All right. To the
and he has
judging.
vertigo.
He has vertigo. I
keep picturing someone like kneeling in the Burning Man field, going, "I'm forever changed by this," and then they die.
All right. Here's
I was changed by the ghost of Osama bin Laden.
And then they just fall over.
I can't believe this. But, I can't believe this, but I gotta go with danger on this one.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you why. It's because it helps that he can't. Apparently, he can only be harmed by or cut by this ghost knife. And the thing about the ghost knife is that then when they get the acid blood on them, you know what? Yeah. You can build up a tolerance to acid, I'm sure, but I still think it's going to be enough to get them going. And they're probably going to
70,000 people.
They're going to
bleed on 70,000 people.
Well, if they want to try, yeah.
I mean, this is going by supernatural rules, but his body was lost at sea. You can't burn the remains.
Oh shit. That would have been a good one earlier too. But no, I'm still going. I just have to give it to him because the ghost knife and the acid blood, I think, would distract anyone who tried to go after him. So yeah, I'm going to take danger on this one. But let's see what the other judges think. Christine, you are next.
I'm gonna have to go with danger too.
Wow.
Solely
big
on
upset.
Sorry, Chad. She's
still sore over the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we were rivals too, so. But anyway, the numbers don't matter in this case because if he can kill everyone with his acid blood, then you don't need a lot of people. You don't need an.
It was
army.
never said that he can kill with the acid blood.
Yeah, he did.
Totally.
He said didn't you say he'd trip until
no.
you die?
Well,
it's a
good.
Very,
all right,
yeah,
I see.
It's a
you're
very
saying.
concentrated dose. It's highly unlikely that somebody would survive from such a potent dose of.
But
acid.
even if they did, they're easily distracted, so that doesn't help.
So it's like
the acid is the
90% lethal.
That's to draw them out into the open alone by themselves in the dark, scared and afraid.
So even if you take into account like 10% of people didn't die from it, that's still a pretty good number of people that you killed.
Well, yeah. Well, Christine, fuck you.
I want to hear Tragic's argument.
Tragic, what would you have gone with?
Sorry.
This is very close to me. For the simple fact is, we have Osama bin Laden back on the scene. He is the entire power source of LSD to all of Burning Man. Burning Man would have burned themselves out on all the LSD coming from Osama bin Laden.
Right.
I was thinking about that. But then I thought about Burning Man. Burning Man, you trade for stuff at Burning Man. I'm sure somebody had a ghost knife somewhere and you could have traded. So somebody had it out there to kill Osama bin Laden with the ghost knife.
The supernatural paraphernalia salesman.
I gotta hand
Burning
it
Man.
There's probably somebody
All
there
right.
with a ghost knife.
Can I
Then Jared Padalecki's a dirty hippie. I bet he'd be at Burning Man.
can I just tell you how much I want the entire next season
kidding,
of
I love him.
Supernatural to be Sam and Dean
Fighting the
trying to
ghost of
find
Osama
Osama bin Laden's body in the
That would
ocean.
be fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, that would be the
I
best.
feel like that's the only. Have you been watching it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm like a
Oh.
season and a half behind, but
I feel like that's the only place that they could go to top what they're doing right now.
I know. Yeah.
all right. What's oh yeah, okay. Now I got to
All
draw.
right. Well, the
Good.
mighty Chad has fallen.
You know what?
I was-
He had a great run though.
I was thinking about using the point of the fact that you guys now would have to take on Chad, and he's so far unbeatable. How do you beat 70,000 people?
I don't
at
like the
Burning
idea
Man?
though. Still, I'm not looking forward to having to face the ghost of Osama bin Laden. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
but that better not have swayed anybody's vote. The vote, it's the argument. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, it's both though. To be
But that would have been my
No,
argument.
no, it's not. It's the
But, you know,
argument. You're
that's
supposed
why
to judge.
that's why I
based-
didn't use it as my argument. I felt it was in poor sportsmanship to use fear of a future loss as my argument.
Oh my god. I'm going out on a limb with this one.
Oh,
But I think I have a good argument because I know what I'm up against. So me this is
SEAL
going to be
Team
ridiculous.
6. Ghost SEAL Team 6.
Oh, that would be funny. Oh my
That
god.
would be perfect.
Oh
How
my
fucking funny would
God.
that be?
All right. Put these cards over
that'd be
here.
hilarious.
All right, and one additional black.
One additional
you.
black card. Yeah.
Here,
All
get
right.
your black. Go.
Please give me something good. Please give me something good.
Yeah,
Please do something.
Oh no! All right. Okay.
the Vertigo was my additional black card.
I got two. I have two R-rated cards. All right.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
You ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's see.
Here we go. All right. My fighter is a mermaid that literally has fire crotch. Her crotch is on fire.
Wow.
Oh,
Underwater?
Underwater. And now here's the thing. It's a little known thing about her history, but her parents are actually brother and sister. Look, you know, I wouldn't necessarily consider, it's not like definitely a weakness. It probably doesn't help like her bone density or her general, like, you know, how good she is to look at. But, you know, whatever. That's, you know, you probably don't even have to pay attention to this card. All right. So here is my argument with the mermaid with the literal fire crotch. If anyone is going to find the bones of Osama bin Laden, it's a mermaid with a fire crotch who has the ability to be on fire underwater. So going by supernatural rules.
Wait, you're
I
gonna
honestly,
use
who
the
else are you
fire
gonna send
crotch to burn the bones?
Yeah, she's gonna find the bones and she's
That
gonna
was
mush
too
them.
perfect. How
She's
did
gonna
you know that?
I know, right? She's gonna mush them into her crotch, and she's gonna, and that's it. Like, I mean, that's basically my battle plan. Is like it's gonna depend a lot on going and finding those bones, but I think that if anyone, it would be a mermaid who has, you know, dominion of the sea. She can also. I feel like mermaids could communicate with fish to some degree and other underwater life. So maybe she could be like, hey, has anybody seen the bones of Osama bin Laden around here? And they could be like, blah, 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 and then, you know, they point her in the right direction. So that's my fight.
Okay.
All right.
You know what? That was a compelling opening statement. Look, as the ghost of Osama bin Laden, who has vertigo and acid blood, look, the watery domain is not off limits for ghosts. Ghosts, while often anchored to specific points in the world, I will have you know that Osama bin Laden's corpse was dumped in the ocean, making the water his very own haunted house. She is going to have to go through a labyrinth of elaborate haunted house tropes to get to Osama bin Laden's body. In fact, there is an entire haunted house at the bottom of the ocean waiting for your fire crotch mermaid to show up and try to brave the trials and tribulations of Osama bin Laden's underwater haunted house.
Okay. All right.
Now, here's
I'll save anything for my closing arguments. Yes. Continue.
Acid blood is still in effect. Acid blood is still a huge concern for a mermaid. Just because she's not a Burning Man goer doesn't mean that acid blood won't make her trip balls to death. The ghost of Osama bin Laden is also going to be absolutely ruthless. He's going to fly a plane into her ocean of hopes and dreams is what's going to happen. He's going to completely decimate any hope that she had for the future, much like he did with America. And then several years from now, the mermaid will have an economic collapse that will nearly ruin her and force her to outsource all of her jobs to China.
All right.
Is that how Atlantis fell?
Exactly how Atlantis
fell. All right. Christine, you are the first judge to ask a question this round.
Oh, shit. I want to know more about her parents. Like,
No, you don't want. You didn't really want to.
Is that a mermaid thing? Like incestual?
I mean, it's not a mermaid thing. It's like it's.
Are they like the Lannisters of?
There are very few. There are very few mermaids in the world. Okay, and sometimes like look, when the first two human beings were born and they had kids, guess how they had to continue having kids? There just was nobody around. It's not something people like to talk about. That's why I'm saying maybe we should just flip this and forget about this card. You know, people don't you know, it's not a good situation, but it's something that it's a wall that they've been forced back into. So yeah, that's all. They're just a brother and sister. There's really nothing more to tell about them. They're both mermaids, and they're like pretty average people.
Is it consensual or is like?
Oh yeah.
Oh, one question, Christine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got one for danger too.
Oh.
Or do you not?
Christine?
What? Oh,
I'm
sorry. I thought you said danger. No, I didn't.
No, you.
Oh, no. I know everything about that
one. Hey, Chris Whitmer. All right, go ahead, Chad.
Now, Russ, you're saying that her parents were mermaids, but that's not specified on the card.
Well, no, but she is a mermaid. You know.
I'm wondering if that's only because she's the product of incest. Is she a mutation from inbreeding?
An abomination.
Look,
I'm not gonna
lie
to the fight.
I'm not gonna lie. The fire crotch is probably because of the inbreeding. Okay, like that's probably why. But it turned out to be a good thing, right? Like you wouldn't expect something so horrifying that came as the product of incest. You wouldn't expect it to be so helpful, because who knew? I mean, look, this mermaid thought this was a curse. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm an inbred mermaid. My crotch is always on fire." And you know what? Now she's the one that has to be called on to stop the ghost of Osama bin Laden. So it turns out it was like a good thing all along. Also, let's keep in mind she's inbred. She may not be that bright. And she's very singular in her goal. You give her a goal and she does it. So this whole nonsense I want to say about this underwater haunted house or whatever the trials, I don't think it's going to bug her too much. because
So you're saying she's on a certain spectrum,
right, but like not
Without
not
saying.
terribly so. It's just more like,
Okay.
hey,
Functional.
here's your goal, and she will commit to that goal.
very focused on a task.
Right. She doesn't get distracted easily.
I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Nope, you can't.
You're not a lawyer.
Right now, this is our time, and the judge's time.
And Tragic, you're up.
No.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, I always forget you get one more question.
So Danger.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
You went on about this haunted house.
Yes.
I don't see that in the cards.
Well, it's
That's
merely
not,
a house.
That's not something that can be used.
Well, you
in the
see,
fight.
Osama bin Laden is now a ghost, which
Right, Benzie.
means that his spirit needs an anchoring point. So a house, and it would be the house of Osama bin Laden, who is unfortunately at the bottom of the ocean.
But I don't feel, if we're going by supernatural rules right now.
Right.
That's not anything that I've seen ghosts tied to a certain location, but I've never seen a location relocate. So right now, they're tied to the ocean.
Right.
Which, going back to my fight,
Look, ghosts can change
anyway.
your perception of reality.
Real quick, Afrohazy says, I have no idea what I joined into.
well, if we're going once again by supernatural rules, that's not the case. Ghosts cannot alter your perception of reality.
I would be curious to see what evidence of this you have to present to the court.
11 seasons of Supernatural.
All right, let's start at episode 1 and review the evidence.
We're going to adjourn.
We're going to live stream episode 1.
For those that haven't seen it yet on the jury,
It's a fantastic show. You're all
But it
in
gets
for
better.
a treat.
all right.
Okay, I think. Okay, I think I've.
Well,
I've-
you express concerns regarding the haunted house issue, and I assure you, it exists. It's at the bottom of the ocean, and it exists.
And it's ineffective.
okay.
But
It's ineffective. It can't be used. But
you
it's
know
there.
what
Again,
what
she doesn't
the
care.
more important question you should be asking is, what is inside of this haunted house that's so dangerous?
Well, he didn't ask that question, did he?
I
That's
didn't.
right.
That's
You
not.
didn't.
Nope. That's.
Oh, no.
So
we're
that's,
gotta go to tragic now. Nope. You're done. I'm done. We're going to tragic.
Now, Russ, I have a question about your incestual product
It keeps coming up.
with thermite pussy. I have to ask. Now, I am
Termite
just.
pussy. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, what a way to put it.
She's a mermaid. Her crotch is on fire while underwater. There is only one substance that can stay on fire while in the water, and that's thermite. So she has thermite pussy.
Oh, that's a...
That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
Now-
there's white phosphorus, and
well-
magnesium. Magnesium actually bursts into flames when
That-
in
that-
contact with water.
Yeah.
We should get
That-
magnesium,
that's
yeah.
probably her queef that she has. You know, when she queefs,
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
that's probably what's going on with her.
So not
Now-
only a crotch full of fire, but
Tragic. Are you a doctor?
flame puff
So,
queefs.
Tragic, do you have a question?
I
You just wanted to say all that.
I know. It's a good observation.
I know about booty and I know about queefs.
You
Now
should-
the question is, it's not specified on the cards that what like she's a mermaid, so she's in the water all the time. She can go looking for the body of Osama bin Laden. The question is,
Yeah.
has she collected the ghost knife to kill Osama bin Laden
No,
under
no.
the sea?
All right, so, okay, I'll lay this out a bit. I'm guessing you've never seen Supernatural? The show, Supernatural?
I haven't seen that episode of Supernatural.
Basically,
where they had-
If you burn...
Like,
No,
The
if you
episode
burn
where
the
a mermaid
bones...
has
They
to
do
kill
that.
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, they have to kill
Well, you have
ghosts.
to salt
and-
and burn the bones, and the
Yeah.
ocean is salt water.
Exactly, so that part's
So
already
that's
covered.
taken care of.
So, yeah, so, like, if you... Basically, Tragic, if you burn the bones, you kill the ghost.
So the body is already salted, and she's gonna burn it with her thermite pussy. Okay. That answers that question.
Yep.
Dave,
All right. I'm here. I'm ready.
how much of a concentration of the acid blood will be enough to knock out the mermaid?
A drop of acid blood is all she needs, and she will be, a permanent acid trip forever.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I do rest my side. I do rest my case.
All right, closing arguments, guys. We'll start with Russ.
All right. One thing I think that should be pointed out is we keep bringing up the acid blood, and it's so concentrated that one drop is going to take out this mermaid. Well, I'll tell you what. Nobody is bringing a ghost knife to this fight. There will not be a ghost knife. All we need to do is burn the bones. Okay? Nobody's gonna make that mistake. Honestly, other than that, I feel I've made my case pretty well. And if anybody is going to stop the ghost of Osama bin Laden, I'd say it's the incestuous mermaid, or the product of incest mermaid, who has a flaming crotch. Thank you.
All right.
Hashtag thermite pussy.
Thermite pussy.
All right. My closing argument. Russ, I have a lot of respect for your mermaid. She's got a lot of great attributes going for her. She's a mermaid, so she's underwater. Her crotch is on fire forever, for all of eternity. And she might have parents that are related, which may have caused her to be a bit dull or slow in life. Might have caused her to not be able to make rational decisions or choices. Might have made it difficult for her to assess situations correctly and make good, sound decisions off of that information. I'm not even concerned about any of that, because she seems like a lovely girl. But I'm going to tell you this. When my suicide fish get to you, you're dead. You're fucking dead!
Order!
Thank you.
All right. Judges beginning with Christine.
Okay. I'm still gonna have to stick with Osama on this one.
Yeah.
Just because the parents thing is weak, and it's not your fault, but it's just a.
It's the cards he was dealt.
It doesn't pertain to anything. Yeah. But I do have to say, if I just keep picturing, if at the end of a TV show, she melts his bones with her fire crotch, and then turns to the camera and was like, "No bones about it. That was pretty hard."
Yeah!
Oh my god.
It's like a very melodies.
I like it.
Or what the fuck is this character? David Caruso's character.
Yeah.
That's
CSI
the joke.
Miami. That was the joke, and then you see there is the show, and he goes, "Wow."
Well, my real joke was the Looney Tunes type of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. So that's one vote for Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite, Osama bin Laden.
Oh yeah, and where's what's his fun house called?
You.
No, just
That's
asking.
Osama's Funhouse.
Yeah, it's Osama's Funhouse. Osama's
It's called
underwater
Osama's place.
Funhouse. It costs $5 to get in, and you have to bring a kid with you.
The scuba divers go down there and they start seeing signs with arrows pointing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's $5 to get in, and the pizza's terrible.
All right, hold on. Danger, I think you may have just helped me make my decision.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of I on the one end, it is Osama bin Laden's ghost. It is kind of hard to fight a ghost. And Russell's parentage does come into play, I feel. Nobody was there to give her that task of killing him. But Russell's cards were so perfectly drawn to combat a ghost under supernatural rules by having salted bones already by being in the water and having underwater burning vagina.
Yeah.
But your big argument was that you had this this haunted house. But you just stated that you had to pay $5 and bring a child.
Oh no.
This is not mermaid and a child. This is just the mermaid. So if she even got to the haunted house, she couldn't get in.
Oh
So
my
now-
god, my own corporate rules of
I have to give it to the mermaid. Russell gets the
Yay!
flip
Oh my god.
All right. So now it all comes down to
But
tragedy.
the pizza, Chad. The pizza.
It was terrible, you said. Why does she want bad pizza?
It's like the Chuck E. Cheese pizza with American cheese thrown
You
in
leave
there.
that pizza alone.
It was delicious.
It was fantastic.
No
I don't know
bacon
why it was
crust
so
at
good.
Osama's House of Pizza. Thanks, Boosa.
Oh no.
All
Good
right,
one,
tragic.
Boozers. Hey, Andrew Savicki's in.
Well, I have to say that I was leaning for Osama bin Laden this entire fight, but then there was no response as to how to counter this thermite pussy she got. Osama bin Laden may not eat pork, but he would have tried to eat that pussy and burn his whole face off, and he would have been salted and burned his bones. So I have to give it to the mermaid.
You're right.
Mermaid takes it.
Fire crotch mermaid.
I mean, technically it's seafood, so wait.
Oh my god, would that be an issue?
I don't know.
Mermaid
I
on the
honestly
house.
don't know.
All right, real quick.
Yes.
We got a couple of new viewers in who are asking what's going on. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what
Good
this
idea.
game is.
Good idea.
Okay, so what the game we're playing is a Superfight. What you do, two players go at each other at the same time. You draw. Each of you has a character that you create by drawing cards. You have a character and then two attributes. Once you create that character, each of the players has to argue their point as to why their character should win in a super fight. The rest of the players on the table judge them. We've come up with our own little rules to add on to this, where we get to question the players in play, and then they get a closing argument. But that's the basic gist. Just a fight between two player-created characters using randomly drawn cards.
All right.
So that's and right now the reigning champion is a mermaid whose crotch is on fire.
And Jay Witt says, it is an awesome game to watch, especially these guys. Russ, Danger, and Chad are an awesome crew to play this with. Hey, Christine and Tragic. No, Christine and Tragic are doing great too.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Brett.
Oh, Brett's here. Hey, Brett.
Hey,
Hey, Brett.
Been a while.
guys.
I'm let's see. So now it's Christine,
Christine.
versus
Okay.
Russ,
Uh,
her arch nemesis.
yeah.
I expect that mushed burrito later, you know.
Oh,
Just
you'll get
pressed
a
into the
burrito,
floor.
all right.
Wait,
That was
Chad,
also sexual.
you're not a mod?
No,
That's
I don't want
weird.
that kind of power.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You
Christine
You don't
is
want
stacking
me
these
having
too.
that kind of
There we
control.
go.
No, I know. I was just moving them over here.
Thank you, Andrew. Oh yeah, since the last time we streamed, we went over 18,000. So thank you everybody for the congrats.
Oh yeah,
18,000 something now. That's crazy. We're really
42.
yeah.
My
Oof.
mom is really impressed.
You tell her about that, and
Yeah.
she's
Is,
like, "Wow, all right."
Well, I was at a graduation today, and so some of my family members were there, and they don't really know anything about what I do, so 18,000 sounds like a pretty big number to them. So they were like, "Woo!"
They
And
have
then
nothing to compare it to.
yeah, then no follow up questions whatsoever. They're just like, "That's great." It's like, all right, well, that's great then. Sounds great.
So when are you getting yourself a real job?
How did your little games go last night? Oh, I was Osama bin Laden's ghost and a mermaid's burning pussy killed me.
I'm
your
worried that
day,
he's
Mom?
playing these Satanist games.
That's my mom.
That was,
Yeah.
But that was after the ghost of Osama bin Laden murdered a bunch of Burning Man goers. with his acid blood.
I still have issue with that whole fucking thing. So
Yeah.
Well,
It
was a
what,
tough
did you
call.
Think, did you
I-
think
you
a
know.
mermaid with a flaming vagina was going to take him down? 'Cause-
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
that might. Yeah, you're right.
Oh wait, no, you mean Burning Man?
Burning Man. Yeah,
No.
you're telling
Oh
me
man,
that
I think she would set the Burning Man on fire and get all their attention.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, at Burning Man, they love things that are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And a flaming vagina.
I think she would
be-
get them to be followers.
Oh
She
my
would
God.
turn them.
Oh.
That
Oh,
sounds like
touche.
a super fight I want to see.
Okay, now I have a question.
Okay.
One of the cards that I have that I want to pick,
Okay.
it has it's like something 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 blank, and then it says draw a random character card. So
Oh, okay. So you have to pick.
do I pick two?
Yeah, I think that means you're gonna have to pick another white card that goes specifically with that black card. You know what I mean? Like if that white card
Okay.
will fill in the blank. So you don't get to choose the white card. It's just
It's just whatever I pick here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
if you want to go with that one. Again, you're not forced to. It's,
No, I'm going to.
Okay. Just taking a risk.
Yes.
Oh, and for the
Well, you
record,
grabbed a few cards?
No, I didn't.
No. Oh, okay.
Just grabbed one.
It just showed as a few on mine.
Oh.
What's up, Tragic?
before all these, before my stream started, I was 12 away from 300. So I have that little goal to hit. Hopefully, I can get that.
Guys, go and subscribe to Broken Path Gaming, Tragic's channel. The link should be on our description, assuming the links are working properly these days. They seem to have been lately. So go check that out. 12 more, and he'll be at you said 12 to 300?
Yes, 12 to 300.
Nice. Let's get him to 300 tonight.
Let's do it.
Yes.
It's bottom of our description. It's got all our friends' links. And
Do it.
subscribe to everyone while you're there.
Do it for the thermite pussy. Do it for him.
All right.
All right. How you doing there, Christine?
How you coming along, Christine?
I'm just about there. I'm just
Jim
making my
Caprice
last
says
decision.
no one likes you, Chad.
Whoa, what?
Is that true, guys?
Wait, what?
No one likes me?
Who said that?
Jim Caprice.
He is just
no, he's
batting
not.
1,000 lately, huh?
Oh.
Let's see who we got.
What do you
Let's
think,
say the
Chad?
viewers.
Viewers, who doesn't? Everybody tell us who doesn't like Chad.
Yeah, who doesn't like Chad? I can take it. Also, Jim Caprice, die in a car fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go after him.
Oh God.
I like how he said also, then he said, damn it, Danger, and then, or Russ, whoever is doing it. We're playing a game! We're not doing anything.
Yeah, Jim.
Butt out of it, dummy.
It's all right, Jim. Don't worry. No, it's whatever beef you have is in the chat.
You ready for this?
I am so ready.
All right.
Okay, let's see what
Mine
you
is
got.
a Scientologist who is handcuffed to a dead sumo wrestler whose
Ooh.
entire body is very sticky.
That sounds like the
Wow.
worst fucking thing I can imagine.
All right.
Scientologist handcuffed to a dead sumo
Wait
wrestler.
a minute. Why does she have four
entire
cards?
body is
Because-
very
Because I had to pick a.
The white card goes
wait.
with the fill in the blank.
Oh, okay.
So that was picked at
just a
random. She didn't choose that one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right, Christine, you're up.
All right. So
Oh, I have a go in
My-
case. I'm sorry.
my Scientologist, who is a level 8, I should point out, woke up handcuffed to a dead sumo wrestler one day.
Are you telling me the backstory?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very important.
And the sumo wrestler, because he's decomposing, his body is getting rather sticky with fluids.
Yeah.
Okay.
From being dead.
Um,
Yeah.
Yes. So he uses that to his advantage, and he can throw him around and hit people.
All right. All right. Okay, is that your opening argument?
Yes.
All right. So my opening argument is, what is this supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to think that you're gross? I live in the sea. I live in the sea where everything's gross. You know what? You and your sticky body and your dead sumo wrestler you like to swing around. It doesn't scare me. I'll just wade, 20 feet out into the ocean and put my hand up and be like, "Come on out here. See how well that dead sumo wrestler you're swinging around. See how easily it swings around while underwater." Also, you're not going to be very sticky anymore because
Can I reply to that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Closing arguments.
Right.
Yeah, I honestly, it's laughable, the idea that this the great hero who stopped Osama bin Laden's ghost laughs in the face of this potential enemy in Superfight. And the Scientologist thing just goes to make you more unlikable. So on top of being gross. So no, you know what? I'm not concerned. I think we got this easy. I don't even have to I wouldn't even have to use my fire crotch. I would. Don't get me wrong. I would use my fire crotch first on the sumo wrestler. Just give him a big hug, and that would not be a problem anymore.
A big crotch hug.
Yeah, big crotch hug. Mush my fish crotch into him.
That's the worst.
And then the entire body being very sticky again. I'm gonna fight you in the water, and if you don't want to fight in the water, too bad, because I'm in the water. There you go. That's my opening argument.
All right, that's a very powerful opening argument.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
Chad, it's your chance to question.
All right, so you said, Russ, you said that you would mush your fire crotch against the sumo wrestler first.
Oh, look, I do all kinds of things. I'm just saying.
No. You
right,
said
go ahead.
that's what you would do first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that the sumo wrestler would become engulfed in flames.
All right. Okay.
Flames that are also, I'm assuming, waterproof, seeing as how that's the source. So she's now got a flaming,
very good point,
sumo wrestler that she's swinging. Now you're not impervious to fire, just your crotch, right?
No, I'm pretty I mean, look, here's the thing. The fire itself is not eternal. My crotch fire is eternal. It's not like saying if I spread that fire to something else, it will burn forever, even underwater.
It has to last forever.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he wouldn't.
At the time of the fight.
No, the sumo wrestler would not really be on fire. He would just get horribly burned because we would be underwater.
Oh my god! I just thought of, remember Crossfire, the crotch fire. To the tune. You get caught up in the crotch fire.
Oh, Christine.
So yeah. No. He, as far as I am concerned, and look, I'm a mermaid. I've been underwater a long time. Did you know my parents were related? She would not last long. Her sumo wrestler would not catch fire. She would not be swinging around a flaming sumo wrestler because the sumo wrestler himself could not stay on fire underwater. Just get burned. It would be horrible. Its skin would melt away.
That fire. I mean, that's not just flame spreading. You're mushing your fire vagina against it.
Yeah, and just burning it away. You see, it's like skin just
no. I feel like underwater. If you're mushing it against her, whatever is to keep going is going to rub off. I feel like we're going to have a flaming sumo wrestler.
Nah, I
danger.
Would argue that point.
Do you agree?
I'm sorry, what? I was too busy telling Jim to shut up.
Anyway, next question. Christine, is there any way that you can use the Scientologist thing to your advantage?
Oh, yes, that was actually my argument.
What
I want to hear, can you just quickly summarize that real quick?
Sure. Well, since he's a level 8, he already has been teaching Scientology. So he brought his the Thetan monitors that you hold in your hands. And he actually asked her, he didn't come, he was not violent when he saw the mermaid. He actually asked her, if she was happy with everything going on. And he got her talking, and she took that test.
Mm-hmm. The stress test?
Yes, the stress test.
I know all about it. I don't know if I've told you guys. I, for a while, was receiving newsletters and magazines from the Church of Scientology while living in California.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really well versed in it.
Yes. So And being that she's the product of a brother and sister, she isn't very smart. So
yeah.
she
Easily
definitely
swayed.
would, buy into that logic and thinking.
Okay.
All right. Is that all, Chad?
Yeah, that's it.
Does that satisfy your
It goes on to
curiosity?
you, I think it goes to tragic now.
Tragic's up.
Now, this sumo wrestler that you have been handcuffed to,
Mm-hmm.
how long have you been handcuffed to the sumo wrestler?
It's been at least 2 weeks because now he's like very, very, very decomposing.
Oh, sounds pretty bad.
That's better.
Yeah. He
And
tried to get, he tried to find the key, but he couldn't.
Wait, was
And
he
I-
alive when he was handcuffed to you?
Yes.
Was it?
Wow.
So he died in hand while he was in handcuffs. So they was
Yes.
walking around, having talks and trying to get converted, and then all of a sudden, his heart couldn't take it, and he died. Now, where did he die?
Well, that's the thing. The Scientologist doesn't know because he was doing his thetan testing, in the subway in New York City, as they do sometimes. And the next thing he knows, he bent down to pick up one of the wands he dropped, and the next thing he knew, he woke up in a room in a closet, handcuffed to the sumo wrestler,
Wow.
who was alive at the time.
Snatched off a subway, taken to a private room, and handcuffed to a sumo wrestler, and then died after that. Huh.
Yes.
Interesting. Russ, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Now, this mermaid with his thermite pussy, I have to ask. Now, is she
single?
well? That's strange. That is somewhat related to the question that I'm asking. The question is she going to continue in the family tradition of sleeping with her brother?
Oh, I don't know if she's an only child. Like that was the only kid that they had. You know, she's got some cousins, and I'm not saying they're off the table, but
Cousins don't count. Cousins don't count. You
okay,
sleep
no,
with
that would be as incestuous as it got. She's an only child.
no. When I did it with my cousin, it's not incestuous. I'm just saying that
No.
what you call it.
I'm just saying that's as close as you'll get.
I mean, I would. Look, if it wasn't for my cousin, I'd still be a virgin today. But understood that's neither either.
Wow.
Look, we're all distant cousins if you go back thousands of years enough.
That thousand, yeah. Okay, thank you for answering my question.
You got it.
Okay. Christine,
Yes.
as a level 8 Scientologist, has your Scientologist been given the power to summon Tom Cruise?
Yes, actually, he was
Like anyone's gonna turn down a power. Do you have this power? Yes.
I mean, he's in the Scientologist speed dial,
Okay.
so
Oh, so it's not
And-
like a literal summoning. It's just like, hey, Tom, can you come here?
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, and he was the captain of the Sea Org for a few years.
What are your plans for whenever the sumo wrestler is so decomposed that his hand is no longer trapped within the confines of said handcuffs?
Actually, that's what he's waiting for. Now that since he can't find the key, he's just waiting till he can rip the arm off.
And then
Once it's rotted enough.
But then what? What does your Scientologist go back to? Like, what does he just go back to his job, or is he professionally getting into mermaid fighting?
He was actually going to go to the head of the head of Scientology, the David Miscavige, and they were going to open an official investigation because they have weird stuff like that within their organization.
All right. I see.
So they find out who kidnapped him and handcuffed him to this guy.
And this sumo wrestler, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the stickiness?
Well, it's pretty gross. I would say like an Elmer's glue type of
Okay.
sticky.
That is pretty sticky.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Except you
wait.
can't, it's not as fun peeling it off after.
All right. Well, I think you answered all of my questions. Russ, how do you plan on what is your plan of attack when it comes down to the fight? Like, what's you mentioned going after the bloated carcass of the sumo wrestler. Is this your plan of attack?
No, I was merely throwing things out that I would want to do. That is one thing. If she were to swing a sumo wrestler at me, which keep in mind we're underwater at this point, it would go very slow. And if she with honestly with that amount of force is probably it's not a definite, but I feel like that's probably going to rip that arm out.
Okay.
Like and it's going to render that not even a factor. But no, I would, if she somehow got that sumo wrestler near me, I'd use my crotch fire against it. But then keep in mind, I like the commercial. And then look, let's also not forget, I'm a fucking mermaid. I'm going to swim real fast. I'm going to dodge all the attacks. I'm going to move in, burn the Scientologist with my crotch fire, myself. Like it wasn't just a sumo wrestler. That was just one thing I'm going to do. There's going to be so much. And that's even if I have to, because something tells me that arm's going to rip right out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot of force underwater it takes to swing a huge body around like that. And I don't think she can do it.
How do your parents feel about all this?
You bring up a really sad situation. Like
Hold on, was that a second question?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to answer the question. No questions about my parents,
I
please.
hate to be that guy, but we gotta
great.
stick to the rules. I've been modded, apparently. So
yeah, who modded you? I didn't.
I don't know, and I don't appreciate it. So
who would do such a thing? All right. The time.
all right, so
All right. Closing
arguments.
Christine, you're up first.
Well, I just have to say that my Scientologist, because of the level he is within the organization, he really knows how to talk to people, how to make them feel like he's on their side. So he really, really, really got into this mermaid's head since she's so dim. And she really opened up about her parents and how embarrassed she was and how it's like completely ruined her life.
Wow.
So I think he can even tie a handcuff to a dead sumo wrestler who's decomposing and is sticky. I think
I love that statement.
he can talk his way out of any situation.
All right. That's a compelling closing statement.
All right. Few points I'd like to hit in my closing statement. One, the story about the parents is an absolute lie. It's her word against mine. I'm saying it didn't happen. She says it is. Who are you going to believe? The crazy Scientologist? Second, this is an actual fact. Studies were done, you see, that said that smarter people are more likely to be tricked into doing things because smarter people are less on the defensive. Because when you think of yourself as somebody intelligent, you're not constantly thinking people are trying to dupe you because you're just kind of like, meh, like I can't be fooled. And studies have shown that those with lower IQs and who are considered dim, the horrible word you've chosen to use, Christine, they are more constantly on the defensive, thinking that people are trying to take advantage of them, and that is the case with our product of incest mermaid. So I won't I don't believe she will be tricked by this craziness that comes from the Scientologist. So I think that's, and I feel I've said plenty about how little I think of her offense. So I rest my case.
All right.
Before I just pulled up. I usually don't pull up the chat, but I pulled up the chat. And the first thing I see is JC Mullen. Christine fucking sucks at this game.
I defended you.
Thank you. Yes,
he did. I saw that.
I think you're doing really good at this, Christine. Look, all right. Closing arguments are in.
All right.
We're gonna start the voting process. I want to see a fair fight in this fight between a Scientologist handcuffed to a dead sumo wrestler and a mermaid, a dim-witted mermaid with a fire crotch. Go.
All right. The mermaid's a strong player in this, but knowing what I know about just her intelligence, her way of thinking, I don't feel like I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this, Russ. I don't feel like she'd be on the defensive about it. I feel like she'd actually be more open to suggestion, and who better to manipulate through the power of suggestion than a Scientologist. That's what they've built an entire religion on. Trust me, I know. I've got the paperwork and
You've got
documentation.
the literature.
I do. I've seen what they're capable of. It's not pretty. Downright frightening. I'm going to go with the Scientologist.
Okay.
Yeah,
I respect your decision.
I
Chad.
like where you went with that, Chad. Tragic. It is your vote.
Well, I had to say that I am familiar with a similar situation. Now, there was a show many years ago. Some of you young people probably don't know about it. Some of the older ones might. On MTV called The Head. And in The Head, the head had an alien in his head. And he caught up with a bunch of other people. And they had particular problems themselves. One in which had a fishbowl in his mouth. I mean, just the entire mouth was covered with a fishbowl. And he was only good for one shot. And I just feel that the scientist with this decomposing sumo wrestler only has one shot to take on the mermaid with the thermite pussy and the incestual parents.
Hold on, I want to interject here.
Okay.
It's not said that the sumo wrestler has to be used.
Yeah.
You're assuming that the sumo wrestler is going to be used in some kind of attack. That hasn't been stated that it has to be.
Objection. One judge trying to sway the opinion of another judge.
No. I'm throwing it out.
Leading the judge.
No. I'm stating a fact that hasn't been said.
I got you. You know.
But
Then
that
she got
fact,
nothing.
but that fact makes my point even more concentrated. What else does the scientist has? The Scientologist has. He doesn't have much. He's very blank. He's very plain.
Sticky.
Just a
very
mouthful of
white bread.
bullshit.
It's very sticky.
Very sticky. Stuff sticks to him.
Look, nobody likes stickiness.
And that's the only thing he can do, and he's going in the water that's going to wash all that away. So now he's a non-sticky Scientologist with a sumo wrestler he's not even going to use against a mermaid that had thermite pussy. No, this is not. No, I cannot go. I'm going with the mermaid with the thermite pussy and incestual parents.
All right. Comes
Got a
down
little
to danger.
abstract there, but
Wow.
I do appreciate it. I was a fan of the head.
You know, during this entire proceeding, I've been back and forth on this one. I gotta say, even up until many of the most recent arguments, even from the ones from the judges, I was not certain who I would choose in this battle against a fire crotch mermaid with incestual parents and a Scientologist handcuffed to a dead that sumo wrestler. But I feel like Chad had a really good point here. That a level 8 Scientologist has one very obvious weapon, and that's the power of suggestion. Regardless of the fact that he's has the obvious handicap of being handcuffed to a dead sumo wrestler, I feel like having such a burden, a physical burden, strapped to you would force you to attack mentally instead of physically. And if anything, a dead sumo wrestler may even provide a certain level of protection against a physical attack, as you can hide behind a bloated carcass of a sumo wrestler. I'm going to say that this dim-witted, inbred mermaid with a flaming vagina would easily be swayed by the silver-tongued musings of a level 8 Scientologist.
Yes.
And
that's
my vote. Scientologist wins.
I respect the judge's decision. I bow out gracefully. Let me throw these in here.
All right, now it's Chad versus Christine now.
Ooh.
The original battle
Yep.
is back on. This is fun. I like this.
Like, Scientologist, I choose you. Scientologist, use dead sumo. Dead sumo was super effective. Oh my god! Now that I'm seeing a portrait of the mermaid, I regret my decision. It's something I'm going to have to live with forever.
Oh man, this is great. This is fantastic.
I'll pick a card in a second. I'm almost done. Hey, somebody draw cards for me and toss them on.
TG Jr. says, Snake Fist, Jobless? I never knew that. Yeah, we played with Jobless Garrett a few times.
He stayed with us when I was at PAX last year too.
Yeah.
I showed him the movie Stretch, one of my favorite movies from last year.
Stretch.
And Chad, did you ever see Stretch?
I think we talked about this. That was the second movie by. Oh wait, no. I don't think we did.
No, Joe Carnahan's movie that he made that came out on.
Oh no.
Straight on demand last year. Dude, watch it. It's
you would like that a lot.
It's amazing. It's fucking great. Everybody, go watch Stretch. It's like my favorite movie of 2015.
It's up your alley.
Yeah,
right.
It's up your
and
ass.
now I'll never look at Patrick Wilson the same way again. Like he to me to be just kind of the generic actor, even though I always liked him. But in that,
even after Hard Candy.
Yeah, like again, he was great in that. That was the first thing I saw him in. But after that, it was kind of generic roles. This is the greatest. It's the greatest thing he's ever done. Now I'll never look at him the same way again. He's fucking awesome.
Okay, all right. Let's
we
see.
got?
So I'm going up against the Scientologist, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys cuddle while watching the movie. Well, you know what? We sat next to each other, but nobody made a move.
I'm sorry to hear that, Russ.
Yeah,
I feel like, maybe a different time, a different place, maybe you guys could have rubbed your beards together,
That was my problem. I didn't have a good enough beard at the time.
Do you think maybe if you went back to PAX this year, maybe you could give it a second chance?
Maybe, but I don't think I'm going there this year. I'm going to E3, but not that one.
Okay. Well, there's maybe magic will happen at E3,
You think?
We can only hope.
Yeah, you can have the magic too.
Magic. I got the magic in me.
All right. This is interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
I am.
Like TG Jr. said, Nightbot, you're my bitch now. Suck my dick. Message deleted.
I am.
All right. What are you?
Cactus. That is a hypnotist.
Oh my God.
I just happen to be on an old person's electric scooter.
You're right. You're a hypnotist cactus riding a rascal.
That's it. I'm on an ECV. And I'm a hypnotist cactus.
All right.
I'm gonna try and Photoshop this while you guys do all this.
So, okay, your opening statement, Chad, or was that
it? No. So, right now, I feel like it's a battle of the wills. You've got powers of two forces of just pure power of suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm a cactus. There's nothing that can sway me aside from maybe the wind. And even that, I'm still pretty rigid.
Okay.
I've got no mind that they can control or get into. And I just feel like hypnotism. Now, not only is it the power of persuasion, but it's a complete stasis that you fall into. I'm not just blindly following somebody's commands because they told me something that sounded right. You are falling into a hypnosis under this cactus's spell. You have no control. You are forced to do my bidding.
I see.
Even killing yourself if that's what I want to happen.
Wow.
I'm also mobile.
He's got a point.
I'm not just stuck in one
Yeah.
place.
Arguably,
I'm not your
the greatest
normal-
drawback of the cactus is its lack of mobility. And
Exactly.
you've
I'm not your
solved
normal
that
garden
problem.
variety cactus stuck in the sand.
I want to see this movie.
I can
Yeah.
get around.
This reminds. Oh wait, I'll wait till I ask my question. What it reminds
It makes
me
me
of.
think of Rubber.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It reminds me
That
of
movie
Rubber.
is so good.
Yeah, I did finally see it. It was fun. It was awesome.
Fucking amazing.
All right. And Christine, your opening argument?
Well, just that my Scientologist is a master manipulator, and I think he would be he's pretty perfect to go up against a hypnotist because he's trained in the art of manipulation.
Oh,
I see.
So
it's like that. Yeah, okay.
he's not gonna be, he can't be easily manipulated like most people could. So it's gonna take a lot for that hypnotist to, even if he's a cactus. Unless cactus is a cacti have special powers.
What a conversation.
Even if.
So I think even with the sumo wrestler still attached to his arm, I think he could outsmart and not only outsmart the cactus, but actually bring him into Scientology.
Wow, what a bold claim.
Bold claim from the Scientologist handcuffed to a dead sumo wrestler.
Hurry up with your questions. I can already argue this.
All right. Tragic.
I got this one.
It's your turn at the bench.
Now, I have a question about the hypnotist cactus.
Mhm.
Now, this scooter that you own, what kind of battery are you using? Are you using like one of those regular Duracell batteries, or are you using lithium?
Oh,
I have
this is an electric scooter for old people. They don't have the time nor the energy to be constantly recharging batteries. It's got a battery that's built to last. It's good to go. There's no there's no real chance, especially within the time frame of a
I
fight.
asked you a direct question. Is it a lithium battery?
It is. I'm not entirely sure what type of battery
Ooh.
would go in to an ECV.
Sir, are you evading my question? I asked you directly. You know what kind of motor scooter this is that is under the ass of your cactus. Is it a lithium battery powering this hover round? Please.
No. It is a gel-sealed lead acid battery.
Lead acid battery.
Usually those only have a limited charge.
Well, thank you very much.
Very heavy. Yeah.
I, having worked where I've worked in the theme parks that I've worked, I've had many dealings with these scooters, and I know for a fact that they've got a good charge on them. Like I said, because the people that are using them do have to get around for long periods of time without having to recharge. So these things are good to go.
Yeah. There's a lot of batteries. They're very heavy.
I appreciate your candor, sir. And to the scientist that still has this same sumo wrestler attached to him by a handcuff. Now, between your last fight with the thermite pussy mermaid, how much time has passed before you took on this cactus?
Oh, how much time?
Yeah, how much time has passed?
Good question.
Probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That was a fight or two ago that it was 2 weeks on your wrist.
Oh, you mean from the time?
It's
oh God, I don't know.
longer than that.
Yes. How long between the fight between the mermaid with the incestual parents? In between that time and the time you taking on this hypnotist cactus
This is
on this hover round? What you were saying is it has been a month. It's been a month between the time you have taken on the thermite pussy mermaid and this hover around cactus. That's what you're saying?
Who is saying? No. I said 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's
Two
been
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks between the time you have fought the
Yes.
thermite pussy mermaid and this cactus on the hover around.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. Okay.
I see. You'd
That's
appreciate
a
that.
ripe sumo wrestler right there.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate your candor, and I rest my side.
Okay. That would make it my turn then. Mr. Cactus.
Yes.
I have to ask, your opponent has a very large, bloated, rotting man attached to their wrist via handcuffs. Do you have a fighting strategy for taking on that bloated dead man?
See, I don't even feel like it's a question right now. I feel like the bloated dead man is only going to slow them down. Now, while I may be on an old person's scooter, I can absolutely outrun somebody being weighed down by a sumo corpse. Now, that means that physically they pose no threat. I can get away from them.
Okay. But you don't necessarily... Your primary attack is hypnosis.
Absolutely.
Are you capable of hypnotizing dead people?
Is that a second question?
It's the same question. I'm wondering how much control you're going to have against somebody who's already been dead and doesn't appear to be it doesn't appear to have any weaknesses when it comes to suggestion or hypnosis.
I don't have any control over the dead, nor do I need it. Right now, at this point, the dead is only weighing them down. Okay. They're not able to use the dead in any kind of attack fashion. This is a Scientologist. They're not known for strength, physical strength. They're not going to be swinging or using a sumo wrestler in any fashion. Once again, they are slowed down by the sumo wrestler. So even if they were able to use them in a physical sense, they absolutely will not be able to get to me. I can put away on my electric scooter.
Okay. All right. I see. Mr. Scientologist.
Yes.
Now you've been carrying around this sumo wrestler for almost a month at this point. Is that right? So
unfortunately. Yes.
So how would you say that has affected you physically?
Well, no one's really wanted to get close to me, so that's kind of been lonely.
Okay. Like when you were first handcuffed to this sumo wrestler, was it harder to move yourself around with the added weight then than it is now?
It was, until I found a really good leather office chair, and I just put him in that, and we just go around like that, like Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And a leather office chair too. That's
yeah.
I mean, classy.
Yeah, you know, it's what it is too. It helps that you can wipe it off easier.
Yeah.
All the slime.
That's true. I wonder if that slime might have any like protective nature towards the leather itself. Maybe it might act as maybe a conditioner, possibly.
Yeah, good. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, those are all my questions. Russ, you have the floor.
I don't know if I have. I'm trying to think of anything else because you guys pretty much covered what I wanted to know. I'd ask how exactly the cactus is steering and controlling the scooter.
Cactus have arms.
Of course they do.
Oh, you know what? silly of me.
And also,
honestly,
what appears to be a quite a large ween right there.
Yeah.
That's where it gets its sun. So
yeah, that's where the
that's where photosynthesis happens.
Yeah.
I scrolled up and like I was making my hat, and then you said that, and I scrolled down. I was like, whoa.
All All right.
Yeah,
you know, what?
honestly,
Second
everything else was covered already, so and I have a pretty good idea who I think's gonna win this one. So I'm gonna that's it, right? I'm the last one asking questions.
Cactus
Yeah.
Well,
boner.
did Tragic?
Tragic, do you go?
Tragic went first.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
All
All
right.
right, so yeah, you
Okay.
guys are back up.
Closing arguments. Chad, you're on the stand.
So even with a fancy leather computer chair or office chair, you still have the dead weight of a sumo wrestler dragging behind you. Fatigue will set in a lot sooner than batteries will die. I will remain mobile. Now that's just the physical thing. That's getting me out of harm's way. I am a hypnotist. No matter how strong you are with your mental abilities, I don't have a brain for you to manipulate. So I've got all the time in the world in that battle.
Got a point.
All right.
How do you not have a brain then?
I'm a cactus.
Oh,
Yes, but you're a cactus that is alive and riding a scooter
And a hypnotist.
and a hypnotist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That just
here-
happens to be things that the cactus does naturally. That's how he was born.
So
That's
it's
what
just
he's
magic?
born to do. He's a
Okay.
hypnotist cactus. It's just natural function. When threatened, he responds with hypnotism.
So he's like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz.
No, that is an animate object. He's brought to life somehow. This
But
cactus,
like, I wish I had a brain.
this cactus isn't as sentient, really. I mean, in a sense, I mean, he is functioning on pure instinct and defense mechanisms that are built into the cactus, and his defense happens to be hypnotism.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
honestly, in this entire super fight, this is the least ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
yeah.
The sentient cactus riding a fucking rascal.
By the way, you see my I added it to the Discord, and I've pulled up the image of what this cactus looks like. This is just so we get a visual.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Do an image capture.
yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Let me just save that.
I
And,
think that clearly shows who the winner is.
Yeah,
Right
I mean,
there.
look,
let's see,
that
hold
woman.
on. I just want to
believes
show
in the cactus.
everyone what this looks like, real quick. If it would please the court.
How much wood could a
Absolutely.
woodchuck chuck? And woodchuck could chuck wood.
All right,
Tragic, that's
hold on.
ridiculous. A woodchuck, no amount of wood. As a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
I got to agree with.
I rest
Russ on
my
this.
case.
Okay.
And guys, save that for your own fight. Come
Yeah, come on.
All right. Let me just go ahead and just drag that out there. This is what a cactus in a mobility scooter who is also a hypnotist would look like. Just
He's on stage and doing a demonstration.
yeah. Just absorb that if you will.
All right. Who's I think we start with Tragic, right, for the vote. Tragic, if you
Oh,
would,
yeah,
I didn't
while
get my
it'll
argument.
be tragic.
oh, Christine didn't get an argument.
Excuse me. Objection.
Go for it.
um, okay. So, I'd like to point out.
Hold on, wait. I thought we went into voting.
No,
you
I
got
forgot
your
she didn't get her. She didn't get her closing argument.
Okay. No, she did. She
didn't.
used her closing argument to argue me.
What?
You got a
Well,
point.
were you
You're not
finished
supposed to.
Were you finished with your closing argument?
Yeah, I didn't have my closing argument.
Okay, go ahead and have your closing.
Go
That's
ahead,
a-
Christine.
That's a misuse of your closing argument. I don't know about
That wasn't my intention. But
that.
only thing I was going to point out, one thing, and you pointed it out too. You said dead weight for your. Didn't you say dead weight?
Yeah,
For you?
Part of his argument was dead weight.
Okay.
Regardless of the fact that you're pushing him around in a leather office chair.
Yes.
You're
But
having
the
to
fact that
drag
he is
him.
the fact that he is dead weight, what I can do if you couldn't sway him and he thought that he might be hypnotized, he could just tilt the sumo wrestler off his chair and onto the cactus on his rascal scooter, and it would pin him because he's so heavy and rotting and he's dead weight and he wouldn't be able to move.
So you're saying that your strategy would see, you shouldn't have saved this for the closing argument.
Yeah. Now real quick, I don't have to move. That's a perk. That's just an added bonus at this point. I'm a fucking cactus without a mind that you can manipulating you.
Wait.
Oh, hello, by the way, to the fake hike plays in the chat.
Oh, hi.
Hi, fake hike, please. Hello.
Someone asked him, "Are you streaming today?" He's like, "No."
Never. I quit YouTube.
You're putting the assumption that because he doesn't have a brain, I can't.
Objection. She's using her closing argument to actually start a new fight.
She's got a point.
No, because I only brought it up because you guys started into it.
Don't put the blame on them.
Just pointing it out.
All right.
Hey. So he has no brain. How do we know that's true?
She's getting a really long closing argument.
I'm done.
All right. Well,
I'm done.
Your closing argument poses the question: how do we know that this cactus doesn't have a brain? All right. Let's go ahead and vote. Tragic, I think you're up first.
I'm up first, and I would like to say that I think it is time for the reign of the Scientologists to be done. I am siding with the cactus that hypnotized people in a hover round with the big schlong at the top of the table.
All right. Eloquently put.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, I really wanted to pick a side and stay there in this one. I wanted to believe. I wanted to believe that there was a way to fight a cactus that doesn't have a brain. A cactus whose only attack is hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Something that was that had an obvious weakness of not being able to survive a physical fight, which is something that somebody who's been carting around a 400-pound sumo wrestler might be able to give them after a month of dragging a bloated corpse around with the extra physical training that implies. But I really have to give it to the cactus. In the argument. Shut up, Chad. I have to give it to the cactus because exactly that point. It wasn't argued that this could be a plus. While I still believe that to be true, with the evidence presented, I have to pick the cactus.
Ugh.
And that's
back,
my
baby.
choice.
Yeah, I mean, look, the cactus was hard to beat. It's got no big weaknesses I can think of.
Was that your choice too?
Yeah, I would have gone with the cactus.
Damn.
Oh, I think that's the first unanimous win.
Wow.
Unanimous vote.
Yeah. You know what it is? I don't think the original one was all that the Scientologist, it's like you said, if the Scientologist can't manipulate it, emotionally, like, again, I don't believe in the power of the dead sumo wrestler.
Not even as a meat shield?
No,
Yeah,
because but the cactus
like
uses its it hypnotizes people. You're not blocking that. With a big body.
I mean, look, you know how hypnosis works. They stare into your eyes and then it's done. If you don't have line of sight, then hypnosis doesn't work.
That's not true. I've seen hypnosis done with no eye contact.
I would
No,
like to
that's
see your
assuming
evidence.
you do believe. That is assuming you do believe in hypnosis. But I have seen it done where even it was contact. I've seen contact hypnosis, like a contact high. It wasn't even the intended target. I've seen fall into a trance.
I don't think that a cactus whose only mode of its only mobility is a rascal would be capable of anything other than line of sight hypnosis.
It has no eyes. Its line of sight is 300.
It does have eyes.
Degrees.
I'm looking at the eyes.
Oh,
I didn't draw that. I didn't claim it. I didn't claim that. That was
I'd like to see your evidence of the cactus not having eyes.
That was all done by my opponent.
I'm seeing the evidence in front of me.
That is the illustrated version of slander right there. I don't know what that is.
And you know what? It worked. It worked.
You're not getting enough credit. You're not getting enough credit to the scooter. Come on, people.
Yeah, honestly, movement really was a big difference maker here.
All right. Well,
all right, let's
Tragic,
discard.
It is.
All right.
You are up. You are fighting a mobile cactus.
Christine, discard those cards.
Who definitely has eyes.
Bye, Panty.
Bye, Panty Briefs.
Bye, Panty Briefs.
Has anyone, when they were little, did anyone watch the cartoon Super Ted?
Sounds familiar, but I don't remember it offhand.
Sound familiar.
It was a cartoon about a stuffed animal who at night was a superhero, and him and his cactus friend would go on adventures. Like they would go to the moon and shit.
So you
Are
knew
you sure
from
that
the
this isn't
beginning
just
that a
something that
cactus
happened
was
when you were high?
foe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember this.
I remember Super Ted. I don't remember the cactus.
I remember the cactus and not Super Ted.
Like looking at the image of Super Ted, I'm like, oh yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
All right,
all right.
Tragic. You drawing your cards?
I'm drawing my
Tragic
card.
is creating his fighter.
All right. I'll. These are your discards right here.
No, I haven't dissed anything. I'm just looking at it now.
Here, I'll help you.
Oh yeah. His name is Spotty. Spotty the cactus.
Spotty the cactus.
He was his best friend.
All right.
That's what he'd like you to
Fat
think.
Al seen Super Ted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jordy Batters says that they're ready for some GTA 5 tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's GTA 5, Jordy.
Totally. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're rebooting it this year. That's awesome.
Super Ted?
What are the odds?
Yeah. Gee, that's surprising.
Apparently. Yeah. Okay. I remember this. The story is that Spotty the cactus is an alien from the planet Spot, and he came across Super Ted, who was a teddy bear, and he sprinkled his cosmic dust on him.
Oh yeah.
And gave him special
this was for kids?
powers. Yeah.
That's
Mother Nature
disgusting.
gave him special powers by.
I see.
I feel like we should probably
Oh
We
man.
protect your children.
petition this.
Hey, Jordy
Don't let them
Batters
watch
just,
Super Ted.
subscribe to us and PD Pan.
Oh no.
Good.
man.
Also, do make
yeah.
sure to check out Tragic's channel as well at Broken Path Gaming because he's on his way to 300 subs. Help him out. He's almost
Yeah.
there. Links in the
there.
description.
The
At the
main
bottom.
villain of the cartoon was Texas Pete.
Texas Pete.
Oh.
He was an evil
man.
cowboy.
Hang on. Neil Santosh says, I Leafy. I sub to you with 2 accounts.
Oh.
I just started watching Leafy today, and I think he might be my new favorite person on YouTube.
Which is funny. All I knew about him is that I heard his name or saw his name even. I didn't even watch the episodes. Just saw him in titles of drama alert videos.
Yeah. He's pretty hilarious, I gotta say.
Jay Witt says the Forest Part 3 soon. We're enjoying the Forest. We're getting a lot of requests to continue it. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do more of that.
Yeah, totally. We did it on Friday, and it was like I didn't even know it was Friday, to be honest. But
yeah, I remember telling you it was Friday, and you were like,
thing to
"What?"
do. Yeah.
Yeah. So Forest Friday or Forest Friday.
Oh man. Yeah. The Friday
my
feels
God.
like a forest thing.
It does. I like that.
How's it going, Tragic? You have 2
I have
cards.
like.
Oh.
Absolutely.
All right, Tragic.
I need
Draw an
one.
additional black card.
Draw another black card.
I'm sorry. Black cards matter.
They do.
All right.
It's true.
What do you got, Tragic?
All right, we have
Okay, all right.
Jason.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
Ooh.
And he's 3 stories tall. Could you
Oh my
rotate
God.
that
Stories
a bit?
tall.
Wow.
Here,
Stories
I
tall.
got this. Armed with an orgasm ray.
Oh my God.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Sorry, Chad.
Look at that.
Man, that cactus is
that.
going to experience an orgasm. Holy
It's got a
shit!
dick.
It does. We've established it's got a dick. Even if it didn't, I'm pretty sure it would have to experience it.
Look,
But
it
do
is,
we want some argument now?
He shoots him with an orgasm gun
All right.
and then kills them.
Yeah. So Tragic. Make your opening statement.
No, number one, we are talking about an icon, a legend, the number 1 man in the game, Jason. Now, guaranteed, given the fact he's Jason, he's going to have something to cut you up with. And you know what he has? He has a gun armed with he has an orgasm ray. He will cut you up with that. Right before you come, you will get cut. And the other thing is, you have this puny, tiny little cactus on a little scooter. And Jason is 3 stories tall. He's
Oof.
3 times the man he was before. How do you stop this? You don't. You come, you get cut, and you're gone by Jason, the man of the hour. Think about
Come,
this now.
Cut, gone is what you're
There
saying.
you go. Come, cut, gone. Beat ski goes. Bam.
I'm picturing Joey from Full House going, or cut it out. But
Cut it.
Oh,
Cut it out. There you go.
All right. Well,
fantastic.
that is a powerful opening argument. Chad, your rebuttal.
Orgasm ray. I can't see that as anything but a good thing. All you're going to do is motivate me. You're going to make me feel great about myself. And I'd like to cite Freddy versus Jason. Jason, while physically imposing, especially at 3 stories tall, three stories tall means more brain to manipulate. Going from Freddy versus Jason, we've seen that Jason is easily manipulated mentally. And when done, he is reduced to a blubbering mess. You can't argue that. Like, you can't argue against that. He is incapable of anything physical when attacked mentally. Now, whether or not he can come back to life after being just murdered, it comes back to the mental thing. He can be manipulated mentally, and he will continue to be just decimated by the cactus.
All right. You know what?
We have a freaking 3 story tall Jason. Come on. Come on.
Like I
think we got a
said,
fair fight
more
here.
brain to manipulate.
you know what? This is a pretty good fight.
And I've cited references even. I've gone through Jason and Freddy canon. And you also stated that he is the number 1 man. In fact, Nightmare on Elm Street films have always outperformed Friday the 13th films. He is not the number 1 man.
That's only because Freddy says bitch a lot. That's the only reason.
Whether or not he says bitch a lot, the fact remains he is not the number 1 man, as you've stated. Easily
If
manipulated.
that
and-
cactus can get Jason to talk, that'll be something. But he can't do it. He can't do
The
it.
cactus doesn't have to talk. The cactus doesn't have to say a word.
No, I'm
He's
talking about Jason. He gonna hypnotize Jason. What are you gonna hypnotize Jason to do? Cut off his own head. He's gonna come back after that, and he has an orgasm ray. If that trigger finger goes off on that orgasm ray, he's stuck. The cactus is not going anywhere. On a scooter, on a boat, on a plane, he's going nowhere. He's
Now,
gonna be
really
stuck.
quickly. You've got an orgasm ray, which
Yes.
the size isn't specified. How can a 3-story Jason even control an orgasm ray at this point? And if he was able to do so, if the orgasm ray was that size, Jason, who is nothing but a hulking physical beast with who just functions on pure, just basic instinct and just a murderous appetite, how would he, with just no mental capacity at all, other than just murder and being afraid of fucking water?
We've allowed this super fight.
This is the perfect
hand.
combination.
Hold on, no. I'm making a point.
Yeah, I got distracted because I was too busy telling Jim to shut up.
Hold on. I'm making a point. If he was able to manipulate this orgasm ray. First off, like I said, it's not a bad thing. I'm a fan. How would he be able to target the cactus?
Order.
Being as small as it is. Okay.
Order.
All right.
Order.
Order in the court.
Things have
There
devolved.
will be order
Things
in
have
this
devolved.
court.
I will have a ham and cheese on rye.
I will begin the
All right,
initial
Chad, what do you have?
questioning. All right.
Go ahead, Danger.
Tragic.
Yes.
How you are 3 stories tall? Is that correct?
Yes, 3 stories.
All right. This orgasm ray. How big would you say the physical mechanism that is controlling said ray of orgasms? How large is that?
It would be proportional to Jason in order to hold it, because he would not be able to shoot it if it was one for a regular size, let's say a cactus. Now, him being 3 stories tall, it would be about 20 feet long.
Okay.
I have to say that.
All right. So it's proportional in scale, is what you're saying.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it
Okay.
would.
Chad.
Yeah.
To your knowledge, are cactuses capable of orgasm?
To my knowledge, they're not. I mean, whether or not they have genitalia, the ability to orgasm, to my knowledge, it is not there.
He's got a big cock on there.
Oh, he's got a big cock, absolutely. But the functionality of that cock is in question.
Why would you have that kind of cock if you can't use it?
I'm gonna make the argument
didn't
that
say he
his
couldn't
cock
use
is
it.
covered in prickly quills.
Absolutely.
But there,
The
no.
ability
It's
to
not-
achieve orgasm has not been tested yet, as there has been no way to manipulate the phallus.
Have you not been heard of the birds and the bees? Now, you have bees that send the pollen from the male to the female. So if you have male and female parts, you have parts that can orgasm.
Was
Case
this
closed.
not my question?
It was your question, and I'm answering it.
Yeah, exactly. I object. This is a question to me and me alone.
All right. Let's see. the
So,
answer.
so I'm gonna say, you know what? It does have a genitalia. We can assume that it does have the ability to orgasm. I will say that.
All right. I see. Okay, that's no further questions.
When cacti learn about sex, it's called the annuals and perennials.
It's just called the ouchies. You
All
made
right,
the ouchies with
Russ.
Yes.
This is
Oh, jeez.
your line of questioning.
All right. Look, we're at a point where we've got a cactus who can hypnotize seemingly any living thing, and I think that if there was one that it wouldn't be able to do anything to, I feel like Jason might be one of those people. I've never seen Jason break down and cry. I've never seen anyone be able to
her.
reason.
You never
with him.
watched
He's
Freddy versus Jason then?
I don't remember him breaking down crying at that.
Yes, he
Did he?
absolutely did.
Can we
I did
submit
see it.
the,
I saw it with you. I just forgot. I
Can we
forgot about
submit
it.
the evidence for viewing?
Okay.
Let's pull up Freddy versus Jason.
I'm going to look it up.
No, it's
You
just
guys,
it's
go
a
about your thing.
Okay.
I just can't. You know what? That's a good argument.
Well, I think
Because I was
going
gonna
to
say, like,
because
to me, he's like a Terminator. Where I'm like, could the cactus really hypnotize him? But then again, it's really to me, it's a matter of who draws first. Does the cactus hypnotize him in time, or does Jason use the orgasm ray, which to me would stun the cactus long enough that he could just squish it. So I'm having a really hard time with this one because to me, it really just comes down to who attacks first.
Can I throw something out there?
Yeah, because
Just
I don't really
fact
have a
about
question.
Jason.
Just throw more
Okay.
facts at me.
Okay, Jason himself has never been known for his speed in any film.
Are you
even
kidding
when
me?
no, even in the remake where he was
Yeah,
a little bit more mobile,
it's
he
true.
Okay.
wasn't very fast. He is a lumbering, hulking a meat bag essentially with a machete.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So his ability to draw first, especially considering that the cactus is so small, that where would Jason even be able to know where it was at the beginning of the fight when shit was going down? Could he pick out the cactus? Would he be able to even know that this thing was coming on its rascal?
May I please rebut? May I please
You may
rebut?
not.
Yes, because honestly, that's my same. Give me something more to work with here. Tragic.
I will rebut. You're talking about you saying that Jason is not mobile. He has no speed. How does he always be 10 miles behind somebody and always end up in front of them?
By knowing the lay of the land. We haven't set a location. He's always known camp. He knows how to maneuver the woods and the camp itself.
But all that still, what shortcut is faster than a straight line? All you see is the woman in the high heels running through the forest going straight, and all of a sudden Jason right there in front. Boom! There he is. There
Because he
is.
knows the woods. You got a woman in high heels, her heels sticking in mud, first off, going through woods that she only knows somewhat because she may have been to the camp once or twice. Going against Jason, who was there as a child, murdered there, and spent the rest of his afterlife butchering counselors there. He knows those woods back and front. That's his only way of mobility, really, is knowing the place, knowing the terrain.
I have to disagree. Jason does not discriminate. He kills almost everybody. And especially when you have an orgasm rate, when the cactus orgasms, that will make him more susceptible to Jason because Jason kills everybody after they bust a nut.
Jason kills
That's a very
people
good
who
point.
are in. No.
Yeah.
Jason's predisposed to killing counselors. Anybody else that gets in the way
To have sex when they have sex.
regardless of whether they're having sex or
when
not.
they get
He's
naked,
predisposed to killing counselors because of his past, because of what happened to him and his mother.
No,
That's
it's the
it.
sex.
If
It's
anybody
the
gets in the way,
Explain to the court.
It's the sex.
Jason in Manhattan.
he was going after the counselors.
Okay.
They made their way to
Black guy
Manhattan.
went
They
to
escaped
counselor?
the camp and got to Manhattan. Now, all you saw was him showing up on a building top where there was really nowhere else to go. So you couldn't really outmaneuver Jason because you've got, and not to mention the fact that character even went up against Jason thinking that he could box him. The second place was in a sewer.
And he
Straight
boxed his head
lines.
off.
Exactly.
All right.
You know the reference, you know the facts.
Valid arguments. Christine, your line of questioning.
Honestly, I don't know if I have one.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
3-story tall Jason with an orgasm ray versus a sentient cactus.
pretty. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he wouldn't even need an orgasm, right? Or he doesn't even need a weapon. To be honest, he could just use his foot.
I'd like to remind the judges that this is all also based on arguments.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just throwing it out there.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same about yours too, about
Yeah.
the assuming he doesn't have a brain and stuff.
Closing arguments.
I guess I'll start.
Yeah, Tragic goes first.
Now, we are talking about the master of disaster, the Crystal Lake Creek, the master of the machete with a orgasm gun. Come on. When you have orgasm and you have Jason, you have death. And you have an orgasm gun against a creature that has both male and female parts. He's going to come one way or another. And when that cactus comes, here comes the Jason. And when Jason comes, your head get knocked off like you was a black man in the middle of Manhattan. Come on now.
Wow.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
No, you
Can
can't.
I?
Amen.
And I'll tell you why you can't get an amen in my. You're stating that his kills came on the heels of an orgasm. His victims were never able to achieve orgasm. He killed them mid-coitus. So your argument that the orgasm signifies their impending doom is invalid. Absolutely.
Oh man. Say
What a fight.
You can't
what
argue
a
me
had
fight.
an
on
ace
horror
up his
icons.
sleeve the whole time.
You cannot argue me on horror movies. It's done. It's
Wouldn't
mine.
but wouldn't correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't the second you get hit with the ray, you just like fall over with an orgasm?
No, I've never fallen over with an orgasm. I don't.
Well, I
think
guess
a
maybe you're not
sentient
doing it
cactus
right.
would.
Well, you see, I'm thinking of like the orgasm ray from
Not to mention,
Orgasmo.
He's
Yeah.
also
Where
he's
it
but
did
he's also
debilitate
propped
people.
up on his chair, so he's not going to fall over. He's got the.
It just
stability
falls
of-
out of the chair.
All his quills just fall off.
He's not. Yeah, actually, he's stuck to the chair. He with his prickly little spiny things. So he's not going to fall out of anything. He might buck a little bit, shoot a little cactus goo. That's it. Like I said, the
Some of that
orgasm
water
has
stored
no
in there.
bearing on whether or not Jason can kill him or not.
See, I
That's
see.
that negates everything tragic just said.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
But I think even if he didn't fall,
All right.
actually physically fall, or
we made our closing arguments.
right,
Let's
well-
I'd say it's time to vote.
it's time to vote. Well, this is a
Just
tough
remember to
one.
vote for me.
A 3-story tall murdering psychopath with an orgasm ray versus a cactus.
And really quick, I'd like to point out that somebody in the chat, hold on, somebody, Christy Jagade, actually, they've confirmed Jason cried when turned back as a kid when Freddy mind fucked him, and that was in his dreams.
True.
So
true.
he was,
Okay.
like I said, he was
in his dreams. He would
manipulated,
cry.
but he was manipulated. He was mentally manipulated and turned into a bawling mess.
And for that reason, I'm going to have to side with the cactus because as a hypnotist, Jason has that one weakness. I would say that's probably his only weakness is his humanity, which is buried deep within him that he tries to push away, and with hypnosis, it would bring all of that out. An orgasm ray on a cactus, even if it was capable of achieving climax, I don't think it would actually kill the cactus. If anything, it may give the cactus more of a reason to live.
But wait a minute. Was the argument that the ray would kill them then? Because I just assumed
No.
Jason would just kill him after.
The
think
argument
Jason
that he made
would
was that
just kill him.
the orgasm ray pretty much cemented the fact that Jason would achieve a kill.
Yeah,
He
and that
was arguing that Jason
and that was
historically
debunked
has killed.
because you don't. It's in the movies. An orgasm was not required to be murdered.
Exactly. Actually, in fact, they never were able to get there because he always killed them during the act.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Even in space.
There you go. There you go. He just proved my point right there. During the act.
Your ray only promises an orgasm.
Yeah, but you have to get to the point. Like, you don't start out with an orgasm. You
There
build
was
up.
no sex involved. I just
your
achieved
orgasm ray is merely a ray that produces an orgasm.
There was no sex. So Jason, that draw that Jason would have towards two people fucking isn't there. It's just not there.
Yeah, it's so that's one for the cactus. Russ.
I will say no virgins died in Crystal Lake. I will say that.
Oh, surely, yeah.
Cactus
All right.
is a virgin.
Honestly, I think this is the best fight, most even fight that we've had yet. So I want to congratulate you both on having wonderful fighters.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the end, I'm going to side, and this is purely based on I honestly feel that on any day either could win. But if I was to be a betting man, I would bet on 3-story tall Jason.
Thank you. Yes.
But you know what? On any given Sunday, as they say, either one could win that one.
I feel like that vote wasn't based on the argument.
No, it absolutely was. I took everything into account, and that's where. But again, I could see both sides. I had to say if I was gonna make a bet myself, that's the way I would have gone.
All right, Christine, you're up.
Yeah.
It's hard, but I think I'll have to go with Jason too, only because I think, and this is based on assumption, but I would think that Jason would be too big, like physically big, being 3 stories tall, for the cactus to have as big of a psychological effect on him than he would have if he had been
You're
normal
saying
size.
His
too
brain is
big a
too
brute.
big.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I didn't even take into account the physical
I said that
size
from
of
the
his
beginning,
brain
more brain to
as
manipulate.
much. Yeah, but
But-
then again, like taking
but
it
it's
like,
more
oh,
effort
but then
on
it's
your-
harder to manipulate.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't
he's
even
only
think of
one
that.
cactus, you know?
That was never an argument stated by Tragic, though.
Oh.
No, I didn't base mine on that. Christine did.
Yeah.
That was her. She
No,
came up with that
she's going
herself.
by assumptions she's making. She's not going by the
A lot of
argument.
people are making assumptions on this one.
It's true.
But yeah.
Well, Jason wins the fight.
Jason
Yes!
wins the fight.
Is
My
this a
God.
I
Dorito?
disagree.
Are you drawing
Huh?
a Dorito?
I
No.
disagree.
I'm not done.
All right, I'm gonna draw some cards here. I'm gonna take on Jason.
Oh my God. Good luck.
Hopefully, I got Ghost Osama bin Laden again, because I think that's probably the only thing that could take out Jason. Either that or like
All right.
like a virgin or something. I don't know.
72.
That is ultimately what I would need. If I had those 72 virgins, I
Yep.
think that's what I could use.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what I got. All right. Oh my God.
Can't wait.
Okay. Huh. This is a hard choice. Well, oh my God. Oh, I want to pick everything. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of these two. It's definitely this. That's definitely my who. Now the what. I don't think this is my what. But these two. Oh my God. Well, you know what? If I were a betting man, I would go with this.
Oh, by the way, here.
How much I wanted to pick that other one though, but if
man.
I'm gearing up to fight Jason, I gotta go with this. All right.
Okay.
And one more black card. Let's see what I got. All right. Let's see.
Oh man, I saw. What do you got?
All right. Okay. Let me.
I just saw the comment about the Kung Fu epic.
Yeah.
Jordy saw. That's awesome.
All right.
I will not fight you. Leave me be.
Why can't I be left in
All right.
peace?
Here's what I got, guys. Here's what I got.
All right.
You
Can't
ready?
wait.
You ready for this shit?
So ready.
Baby Jesus wearing an impenetrable tuxedo, but has 2 peg legs.
Oh no. Oh man.
Wow.
This. I'm telling you, this is gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be tough, but I'm willing to hear it out.
All right, let me just.
Here, Danger, I'll get that.
Yeah, you take care of that. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, if it would so please you, I present to you the one and only Baby Jesus, the Son of God, the performer of many, many miracles, who's
But-
also wearing an impenetrable tuxedo. The ultimate holiest of armors that the baby Jesus could ever hope to wear.
Of course.
It cannot be penetrated by a knife, not even a ghost knife. It's impenetrable. Nothing can penetrate it. He does have an obvious flaw. Poor baby Jesus has 2 peg legs. An obvious drawback, but this is the baby Jesus. You know, where you see the flaw of 2 peg legs, he only sees what God has given him.
A shit deal.
Maybe a shit deal, but
Thanks,
baby Jesus,
Dad.
he turns
Thanks,
a shit
Dad,
deal
fucking asshole.
into fish, you know? Now he's going to take on the most evil of all 80s villains, Jason, who's armed with an orgasm ray of all things.
Oh
is
my
3
God.
stories tall.
Oh, no.
My argument is that baby Jesus, with his diminutive size and the benefit of having no legs, well, none that are made of wood, that aren't made of wood anyway, is easily capable of avoiding all the crushing blows with his impenetrable tuxedo, the ultimate holy armor, and would be able to save Jason as only the Son of God could.
Wow. Wow.
You have the floor, Mr. Tragic.
Now, before me, and before 3-story tall Jason, is a little itty bitty pinky baby Jesus wearing an impenetrable tuxedo and 2 peg legs. But you know what you don't see? You don't see an impenetrable head. Jason is gonna grab baby Jesus by the head and go grape. Like a
Wow.
like a grape. Because there's no tuxedo around the head. This is the tuxedo is only gonna go around the body, go around the chest, go around the arms, go around them peg legs. So all Jason got to do, he ain't even got to use the orgasm gun, because that would be sick in itself. I know he's a sick man, but he's not going to make the baby orgasm. That's for sure. All he's going to do is grab that little head up and crush it like a grape.
Let's see.
He will be busting a grape in this fruit fight. Come on now. Come on now. If it was tucks and tails, he may have had a chance. But no. It's just a tuxedo. No hat at all. Bye, baby Jesus.
You see,
Man, I like this lawyer's style.
Right
Okay.
before he does, he's like, "Wait, my son."
So Tragic's argument is that my impenetrable tuxedo lacks the correct garments to withstand his attacks. So your questions, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's first? Am I first?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So,
Yes.
that is, that sounds very convincing to me. So I would like to know, how would you deal with the fact that your tuxedo doesn't protect all of you, baby Jesus?
Well, that was an assumption from my opponent. That my
Okay.
tuxedo does not include a garment capable of protecting my head. I present to the court my tuxedo also includes the holy fedora.
I guess that's been lost to time in the Bible.
Look, it meant a different thing back then, okay? back in the days of baby Jesus.
Is that what the Holy Grail really is?
All,
It's really a hat.
All tuxedos were worn with fedoras, you see.
The holy Kango.
And
Yeah.
the holy impenetrable fedora would do more than protect my head from his clumsy 3-story tall fingers from crushing it.
Oh man, he's giving you some sass back. He's giving you the raspberry.
No, that's the grape. That's the grape of that head of baby teeth is still getting crushed.
Oh,
All right.
Just around it.
tough talk over there. Tragic.
Come on now. Are we really debating this? Are we really debating this? We are talking about a tuxedo.
Tragic.
Tragic.
We're in the questioning right here. So Hold, please.
Are
I
you
apologize.
in any? And correct me. I'm also like to ask Chad this: Has Jason ever killed a baby?
Oh, no, he's never killed a baby.
So tragic. I'm going to ask you: what does Jason have it in him to kill a baby, or does that humanity that we talked about before will that kick in?
I will answer this abortion of a question.
Oh,
This
okay.
is very, very simple. There is a target in front of Jason. He will kill it, especially with 2 peg legs. Those 2 peg legs will remind him of a dock, a pier that those counselors did not dive off of to save him. And it will send him into such a rage and just crush this peeny little head, that little baby, little grape little head, and whatever this fedora Dane just talking about. A fedora don't go with no tuxedo. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's a different time.
That's what I was thinking.
Now, if he was wearing a coat of many colors, it may have been one thing. But this is a tuxedo. You have to dress a specific way. Come on, now.
Man, I like his style a lot.
Well, let's see. I mean, if even if I wasn't wearing the holy fedora, you can clearly see in this.
Oh, hold on. This
government issued driver's license
back into arguments.
ID.
You're entering back into arguments.
Okay, all right.
We're in questioning right now. Now, Russ, I may have a fact to throw out there.
Okay.
Historically, going by the Friday the 13th movies, Jason has never killed a child or a baby.
Okay.
And has, in fact, ignored them altogether to go for his kill of the counselors. I will throw that out there.
Okay.
I see.
All right. I'm just saying.
Good to know.
I'm looking it up online right
now. All right.
Shepherds back then were the hipsters of the time with their fedoras.
Christine, it is your turn to question the baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus.
Baby.
Okay. I had a question that you spoke about miracles.
Yes.
Yet, since he's a baby, he hasn't performed any of them yet. They haven't happened.
There's no proof of that. In fact, his first miracle was being born.
Okay, I'll give you that. But he didn't actually do anything. That was his mother. You know what I mean?
Are you saying that he did not will himself into existence?
No,
I don't think baby G just snatched his hand out of his mama cooch and just snatched his own
tragic.
out.
That's hearsay. That's hearsay.
Out of order. I want that stricken from the record.
I believe his father upstairs put his seed into that woman, Mary.
Oh.
Right?
I see.
As the lore goes.
Yeah, they had a thing back in college.
So my question is how do we know? Like, how do we know he's special? You know what I mean? Like, how do we know he has
do we know that the baby Jesus is special?
Special in that he could defend himself against
as a fighter, I guess she means.
Yes.
I won't even dignify this with a response.
There's a lot of reasons why the baby Jesus, defenseless as he is, with as magnificent as a beard as he has, would be able to handle himself in a fight. There's many reasons. The most of which is that he's protected by the kingdom of heaven. His fate has yet to reach fruition. It would be impossible for anyone to interfere with him reaching.
Well, his father already knew he'd be crucified later on. He's like, I'm gonna wait.
Man,
30
we are giving
years.
like CCD lessons right now.
Yeah.
It's giving the whole story.
See, it's a lot like if you tried to interfere with a prophet, how an archangel would come and smite you.
Yeah.
Something similar would happen if you tried to murder the baby Jesus before he was supposed to be murdered, you know.
Yeah, before the Romans got him.
Yeah.
Hey, we're planning to murder him later. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Leave him for them.
So the nature of his miracles are not based on skill, but rather it's a function of his being. It happens to further along his story in his own his own fate.
So are you saying he's impervious to harm?
Wearing this
If he's protected by the
impenetrable
kingdom of
tuxedo, he is.
But even say something happened and someone was able to get the tuxedo off of him.
Who
Is he
would
vulnerable?
be able to get a who would be
Is
able
he
to
vulnerable?
get off who would be able to get off this impenetrable tuxedo? Who
But
would be
Now-
just hypothetically, I'm not saying it would happen.
Situation that happened. There's a situation where that happened in a Jackie Chan movie called The Tuxedo.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's
where they
basically
did.
the tuxedo from that Jackie Chan movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
Are you saying Jesus is Jackie Chan?
Or
Look,
Jackie Chan
I'm
is
not
Jesus.
going to
Yeah.
make those accusations at this point. That is for a further debate. But I will have you know that if you pick a fight with baby Jesus, you will find out exactly how powerful he is. It's not a threat; it's just a fact. And you know, he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. You see, he's got like the sleeves of his impenetrable tuxedo, for example.
That was brilliant. That was just brilliant wordplay
No,
right there.
but if he can't defeat him physically,
I feel like this is a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Well,
wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry.
We're letting this thing go
Well,
on far
I-
too
Yeah.
long.
Let's
right.
all right. Baby Jesus.
Yes.
What is? I mean, this is a 3-story tall Jason.
Right. Was
Was
that your question?
No. I do feel that he can even kill you accidentally. What just by just by misstepping. What's
True.
to prevent him?
Oh, that would be my impenetrable tuxedo.
Now that's impenetrable. Absolutely, that's been stated, but I feel like it can still crush you. You're inside this impenetrable tuxedo, but it's still fabric. It's still collapsible. What's to prevent you from being completely just crushed inside of it?
What do you think it is that makes the tuxedo impenetrable? Do you think it's the fibers of the fabric? Or
That's
do you
what I'm
think
assuming.
it's the holy power of heaven that bestowed such a gift on the baby
touched
Jesus?
by God himself.
I'll have you know, baby
With
Jesus,
the Shroud of Turin.
he didn't get this tuxedo for free.
I see.
Okay.
See,
All right.
All right.
see his peg legs?
Did you?
He gave
But-
both his legs for an impenetrable tuxedo. This thing is magic, people. It's
I don't know if you've ever seen the portrait of baby Jesus in the impenetrable tuxedo with peg legs.
yeah.
and
only
the
the one
fedora?
I've drawn.
Oh,
I
okay,
have
yeah. Well, if you'd like to take a look at Discord, Danger, if you'd like to pull that up,
Oh,
while
Okay.
There's
while
there's
He
one
is dapper. I
there's
will say
one
that.
thing I'm
Oh my
curious
God.
about.
well, let's bring up this evidence real quick, if we could. I'd like to present some evidence to the court, if you may.
What is evidence?
What I present to you is a proof that the all holy impenetrable tuxedo includes a fedora. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and here we go. Let me just size that down a little bit. Here we go. Where is it? Proof, if you will. My tuxedo. Clear. Can anyone make the argument that this is not a tuxedo? I see a bow tie. I see a suit coat. I see my wooden legs and my holy fedora.
All right. Now, the fact that it can wrinkle, though,
Oh.
it shows me that it's got mobility. It can expand and contract like fabric does, and I feel like with enough pressure, especially that of a 3 foot tall Jason's foot, maybe could crush him.
Right. If you want to take
right.
that guess.
Okay. All right. So
you try to crush baby Jesus in his magic tuxedo.
You get one of those. You just get one of those steamers. You plug it in, and then you moisten his tuxedo until it peels off.
All right. Tragic. I'm gonna go to tragic here.
Okay.
Let me see.
See, that is how strong the argument that Jason is the better fighter in this fight. It is hard for you.
No. I'm not
for the
taking sides. Like I said, I'm just. I want to understand both sides, and I feel like I don't. I know Jason well enough to where I don't think I need to ask a question to Tragic. I think I've got him pretty figured out. So, I think we're in closing arguments now.
All right.
Well, there's just one. I just want to know to make my decision. Can Jesus communicate as a baby?
Oh, of course.
Talking what? Like,
look,
I'm baby Jesus. Like that.
When Jesus talks, everyone listens.
I'd also assume that being Jesus, he does have apostles as well to kind of like convey his message.
His baby.
So, a posse.
His baby entourage.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, closing arguments.
Okay. I'm gonna open up the floor to my my competitor.
I don't know, Russ.
I'm gonna allow it.
Closing
argument. I think because he should be in a position to choose whether he wants to go first or second.
Okay.
I'll go first, and this will be relatively simple. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, all those in YouTube land, all the subscribers of Snake Fist Explosion, everybody at BPG, I would like to tell you about a little thing called peg legs. Now, there is no guarantee. In fact, if you look at the drawing that is presented to everyone here on the stream and to everybody in private, that there's nothing covering the legs. The peg legs are inserted upon baby Jesus. If anybody were to snatch these peg legs out, baby Jesus would then bleed to death, would be dead. And that impenetrable tuxedo that has been so lauded throughout this entire fight would be null and void. Just snatch those little peg legs out. Now, if you have no peg legs, how are you going to get away after that if you don't already bleed out from having your peg legs pulled out from your stubby little stubs? Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, think about that for a minute. If the peg legs don't run, how can he win? No run, no win. No run, no win. Thank you, everybody. I rest my case.
All right. Well,
I like his style.
How could I ever combat such a compelling argument?
He's got a certain musicality to his approach. I like it.
Very Johnny Cochran-esque.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, of the world, I present to you.
I object. He's copying my style.
Baby Jesus.
He's
in an impenetrable tuxedo. He has 2 peg legs, but he's got heart. You know, a lot of things have been said in this court. Some things about his peg legs that just aren't true. You see, they're not actual legs, so if you remove them, there's no blood loss. They come right off. They just pop right off. That is not to say that he's immobile. He still has 2 perfectly functional arms, and as a baby, he is quite accustomed to traveling on his hands and stumps. I also want to point out that there's some some holes in Jason's attack plan. Mainly that Jason attacks adults who are having sex, and baby Jesus. Well, baby Jesus is a virgin, and will be for at least another 12 years. Jason's orgasm ray is ineffective towards a baby, as babies are not capable of achieving orgasm, as far as I know.
You just get a really confused looking baby.
They do play with themselves in utero.
That's normal.
I'm just saying.
Now, there's been a lot of
It's a normal
speculation.
thing.
There's been a lot of speculation about the impenetrable tuxedo and the structural integrity of said magical garment that can ward off any attack. And I'll have you know that these are all false accusations.
Let this raid go, guys. I like it. I'll get to that after you finish.
The truth is, the tuxedo has never been tested. It's merely on good faith that baby Jesus feels safe within this tuxedo. Faith alone is what gives it its power. If baby Jesus believes that he will not be crushed in this tuxedo, well, then baby Jesus is safe in his fedora, in his tuxedo, and with his wooden legs. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hand this to you to make the correct decision.
Okay.
Just
Before we get into this,
I have one more thing.
no, Tragic,
you already
you're
made your
done.
closing statement.
You're done, Tragic.
You're done.
I will
hold
done.
you in contempt.
I want to leave you with this one thought.
No,
one
you
image.
already made your closing statement,
Closing
Tragic.
argument's done, Tragic.
I'm going to mute you,
We
Tragic.
gotta stay with it.
Tragic. We have to bring up that Nicholas Andre Rahala says raid by Nicholas Andre.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Raid. Thanks for raiding us, Nicholas. Nicholas,
Nice.
Good
known
raid.
for such videos as Nicholas Day Vlog number 5. So go check him out.
Yeah. Thanks for the raid, Nicholas.
And May Lost Day YouTube.
You know what?
Also vlog Nicholas number 2.
I'm gonna give you a subscribe, Nick.
Yep, we are now
Can I
subscribed to Nick.
Can I call you Nick?
Thank you.
I'm gonna call you Nick.
Jack's like, Chris, W443, he's raiding by himself.
That's okay. That's okay.
You know what? We'll
It's
take
the
it.
Nothing wrong with
spirit,
that.
it's the
Nothing wrong with that.
spirit of the raid. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
let that raid happen. Okay. I'm first, huh? Okay. Oh man. You know, Tragic. I was with you. I believe me. I was finding it hard to believe that baby Jesus would survive. I want you to know that your attitude in the courtroom was severely affecting my opinion.
I object.
But I will stick to my guns and say that I believe that baby Jesus couldn't handle 3-story tall Jason, and I do not have the kind of faith in this untested tuxedo jacket that others have. So I have to put my vote in on this one for Jason.
And that is why you fail.
Oh no!
That's what I get. It's like the Last Crusade trials. All of a sudden, just a big saw comes out and cuts me in half. Like, oh no!
The penitent man.
All right. Well,
The penitent man kneels before God.
let's goes on to Christine.
Kneel!
Christine, your judgment, Christine. And I'll have you know that the only one who can judge me is God.
Oh man.
You know what? I have to say I'll stick with Jason too.
Yes.
I
still-
died for your sins.
I don't believe in you.
Oh,
Wow.
Ooh.
Bold words coming
She
from
believes
the
in-
judge.
fictional Jason.
Yeah, I believe in them
our
just as
Lord
much.
and
Just
Savior,
in the
Jesus
same.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Chad,
Dad?
where do you
Well,
stand?
I am going to side with Jesus on this one simply because, like I stated, and as Danger reiterated, Jesus is not something that Jason would be interested in. Period. Jason, the only way that Jason could win in a fight right now is if he accidentally stepped on Jesus.
Yeah.
Now he does have the impenetrable tuxedo, but I still find it. I find that could be used to smush him, but accidentally, and that is the only chance Jason has in a fight against an infant
I have
who
a.
happens to be Jesus.
I have another one to add there. I think he would fight baby Jesus because baby Jesus would go after Jason and try to convince him to stop killing the people he's trying to kill. He
That
was
doesn't
trying
How
matter
dare
to
you tell me
Jason.
how to-
Now, I
baby
will say
Jesus
that
would do all that?
Jason, no.
Fear.
Jason
On his
does
peg
not
legs?
Yeah.
Jason does not have reason nor motivation other than revenge for the death of his mother at the
Well,
hands of counselors.
Every
That
time
is it.
every time he gets one of those people in his sights to kill, Jesus shows up and he's like, "My son, you don't want to do this."
Yeah.
And Jason's like, "No, I want to do this."
Well,
Still a
since
child though. Children have intervened or interrupted before, and he has bypassed them completely.
The decision has been made.
It has been made.
since everybody has decided, I would just want to leave everybody with this one last thought. If you ever had any doubt that Jason was not going to win this, just think about this. Jason picking up baby Jesus and putting his ass across Crystal Lake. Have that thought in your head. Have that thought in your head.
Wouldn't happen.
Now,
Oh man.
Wouldn't happen.
I have faith
how
that
else
wouldn't happen.
Yeah, no.
Can baby Jesus crawl across water?
Good night, Jack
Yes.
the Wolf.
Absolutely.
Yes, Piglet. Yes,
Which
Piglet.
is also Jason's number one fear, as we saw. Well, first off, in every film, but especially in Freddy versus Jason, where Freddy uses it to
I'll draw some cards here.
to suffocate and drown him. It is his kryptonite, essentially, because it is what killed him initially.
Water, you're saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he always comes back after being re-drowned in
My
water.
God, really?
Actually, well, no. The only way that he was brought back in Jason Goes to Hell, he would have been dead completely. But there was an intervening force in the scientist that brought him back. He would have remained dead, but the scientist ate his heart and was possessed by him. And that is the only reason Jason came back.
Well.
He would have been done completely.
I see.
Well, also don't forget when they blew him up, that little demon. That little demon was crawling around everywhere and crawled into that lady's vagina. That was in the basement. Remember that? Remember that?
Yeah. But that was after. This is all. That only happened because of the scientist. Jason would have been done.
All right.
Just throwing it out.
Here's what I got. Oh my God. All right. I think I've got a contender here.
All right, I'm ready.
You all ready for this?
Let's
this
see
is we're keeping on a bit of a theme here. Because you know what? Baby Jesus didn't win.
Maybe baby Satan did.
But now he's all grown up.
and
he's wearing a suit of armor
And he's
armed
pissed.
with holy hand grenades. He's got holy hand
He's angry
grenades.
that he lost as a child.
He's like, look, okay, the tuxedo didn't work out great. The tuxedo did not work out great, but now I've got a suit of armor to protect against being crushed.
Wow.
And he's got holy hand grenades to toss over at Jason. This Jesus can he can take an orgasm, okay? He can take it. He's an adult now.
He upgraded.
All right. And also, I'm not sure if an orgasm ray is even going to get through the suit of armor. So, But yeah, I'd say he's back. He's pissed. He's the Willem Dafoe from the Last Temptation of Christ Jesus. He's ready to kick some ass.
Wow.
3-story tall Jason, your move.
Huh.
We are talking about an already 0-1 Jesus coming back 20 years later to avenge his own ass.
He's got something to fight for now.
He doesn't even have the same impenetrable tuxedo. He has outgrown that tuxedo.
And something better.
He's in chainmail now. Chainmail. Going up against Jason.
Suit of armor is not necessarily chainmail. It is
He has to put the chainmail on to put on the suit of armor.
It's solid. It's solid.
You don't go in naked under some
I'm just saying, let's make sure we remember about that the hard outer shell there. That's what's going to
be known that Tragic is adding to your armor.
Oh, look, yeah.
Giving you chainmail underneath.
It's true. I have chainmail underneath. So yeah, but don't try and say it's just chainmail because I got more to help protect from being crushed.
No. You have the suit of armor. You have the chainmail underneath. If you didn't have that, this fight wouldn't be over with. And then you're gonna come at Jason with some hand grenades. Hand grenades. Did you not just hear Chad the last time when Jason was blown up and still came back? He's been resurrected more times than your own Jesus.
Yeah, with a normal bomb.
Yeah, they weren't holy.
Well, holy hell.
All right.
All right. Well,
holy hell, hand grenades. Let me tell you, they're not gonna do anything to 3-story Jesus. Cause come on, really?
To 3-story Jesus.
Oh,
Three
is up in the stakes.
Jason. I said
Jason.
Jason. Which on a side note, the first time I met Jason, your friend Jason, he did look 3 stories tall.
He is a large guy.
Yes, he is.
Just a broad man.
Wait a minute. We've been going under the assumption that this was Jason Voorhees this entire time. What if it was Jason Allentown?
These fights were entirely different.
Yep.
All right.
No, it's Jason Voorhees.
We're gonna open up to questioning. Christine.
Right, Christine.
You are first.
Oh god. Shit. I don't know.
What are your questions,
Why
my
do you have
child?
this card here?
Yeah, good point.
What my question is, what upgrades do you have in the suit of armor that you didn't have in the tux?
All right, look, the tux was a bust, all right? It was sold to me by a traveling salesman. You know, he had like a donkey and a cart, okay? And he said, this is a impenetrable tuxedo. Look, it wasn't, I was a baby. You blame my parents. Now I'm an adult. I can make good decisions. And one of them
God
is,
gave it to you.
Look, that's just what parents say something when you're a kid. You speak like it's, and then when you get older, you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm totally Jesus.
Are you just some dude named Jesus Christ?
No. I am Jesus Christ, Son of God. But like, look, we were all babies once, okay? And nobody here, like, there's no such thing as like a genius baby. A genius baby is like, oh, he can count to 10 and he's like a year old. So look, don't judge baby Jesus. Don't judge adult Jesus by baby Jesus standards. Judge him by adult badass wearing a suit of armor that can't be crushed with chainmail underneath it, I might add.
Quick interjection. You're stating that there are no baby or genius babies, but we've established a filmic
oh yes, baby
layout
geniuses.
Here. There are baby geniuses that exist.
Super babies. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Because you're going by, we've got Jason Voorhees, now Jesus Christ from Last Temptation of Christ. So in the filmic universe you've established, baby geniuses do in fact exist.
Okay, fair enough. I'll leave there. I'll agree with you enough. I'm just saying I was more of a normal baby, personality wise. But
just
now I'm super Jesus Christ, and I can't be crushed. I'm not worried about his orgasm ray because I have the mental self-control to not care about things like that. It would hit me. I would just sort of go like, just sort of take it in, close my eyes, go, okay. And it's passed.
Plus,
Jesus
loves orgasms, right?
Wait.
Jesus can deal with an orgasm. He doesn't care.
Wait a minute.
What? Yes.
If you're going with that logic, Why did he allow himself to be crucified?
That's a second question.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
different
Because
question.
that's how he gets
somebody
off.
somebody didn't go to Catholic
Please direct
school
your
or
question.
CCD.
Please direct your question towards Tragic and his 3-story tall Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, please direct that question to your local priest.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, anything else?
Christine,
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
you're still questioning.
I didn't realize.
You have a
Well, he didn't
question to
answer.
pose to Tragic now.
He didn't answer my second question, so
Well, you
no,
don't get a second
Yeah,
question.
you
I
get one.
know.
You get one question.
That's all.
I
That's
know.
all.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
All right, Chad.
Okay. Let me see.
I
Good
like
question.
Alvin's.
You gonna ask
Yeah, I
first?
just saw that. You guys are weird, and I like it.
Yeah, saving that.
So
Chad, who you gonna ask first? 1-0 Jason or 0-1 Jesus? Who you gonna ask?
hold on. I'm thinking. Now I will say, Tragic. Once again, your state coming
What?
back. He only came back through the influence of others, be it lightning strikes or scientists eating his heart. It did take that to bring him back for the most part. So let's get that out of the way. Not immortal.
But you admit he came back.
Oh, he has come back, but that's assuming that there was somebody doing it. That there was somebody that wanted him back. Now this is a fight between Jesus. Jesus has risen on his own.
Oh.
It's true. I did.
Let me see. Hold on.
Well, I
Hold
would.
on. No. This is my time. I'll ask the questions here.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Russell.
Yes.
Mr. Christ. How many of these hand grenades do you have? I mean, you got holy hand grenades, but
Honestly, there's
I feel
summoned.
like it might take a lot, whether or not they are holy hand grenades. This is a 3-foot or a 3-story tall Jason
Look,
Voorhees.
I took this into account. I remembered the battle when I was a baby, right? So all these years I've been working as a carpenter, as you may know, but that was kind of like a cover because in addition to carpentry work, I've spent nearly 30 years creating as many holy hand grenades as I could. I honestly don't even have count anymore of how many holy hand grenades I have.
All right.
There's so many. Oh, like I could count them for you, but then we'd be here all day. But trust me, there's a lot.
See, I feel like I'm still at a point where like I do know. I don't know if I really have a question. Trying to think of the argument that he made. No, I think I'm good on that. Danger, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna start my line of questioning with Tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic, is it true that Jason is a being of pure evil?
Pure evil. If someone could be pure evil, it would be Jason.
Right, yeah. Especially since you crushed the baby Jesus to death by, and like not even on purpose, but just like accidentally stumbled upon it. Yeah.
Hang on.
Allowed it to die.
Well, let me just hit pause real quick for another one of my favorite comments ever.
Okay.
Elder Scrolls Addict says, I've never seen a YouTube with a more cancerous fan base. Shading that one.
He's talking about you guys.
Yeah, that's not nice at all, but I think it's hysterical that somebody
that's something
came
I'd
to
be
that
proud
conclusion.
of if I were you.
Yeah, we have the greatest fan base.
Yes.
All right.
Whatever, Elder Scrolls Addict.
Russ.
Yes.
On the subject of your holy hand grenades,
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the payload of said hand grenades, what would you estimate is the purpose of a holy hand grenade, and what is its expected effect?
Well, the purpose of a holy hand grenade is to blow up real fucking awesome, and do more damage than your average grenade because it's got holy powers behind it. Second part of your question again? I'm sorry.
The desired effect.
The desired effect
holy
is
hand grenade.
Look, I think. Look, I'm going overkill. I've got so many holy hand grenades you wouldn't believe, and even a few of these will probably knock him right on his 3-story ass.
What I mean to say is, if you were to use a holy hand grenade on, let's say, a being of pure evil.
Oh, yeah.
Is like obviously use a normal hand grenade, it blows up, right? It blows up big.
Right.
But a holy hand grenade has special properties to it.
Yeah. Oh, and it does react even more strongly with pure evil. The more evil, the stronger the grenade. Like, it's already a stronger grenade than normal. So yeah, honestly, that's why I'm saying it'd probably only take a few. But after getting dealt the hand I was dealt as a baby, I wanted to make sure that I was ready to go. Overkill was the name of the game.
You mean the legs you were dealt?
The legs I was dealt, yes. Thankfully, when I returned, I had my legs.
All right. Well,
you grew into your legs. Okay.
In the fight
Dad threw
between
a bone.
Jesus Christ wearing a suit of armor armed with holy hand grenades versus a 3-story tall Jason armed with an orgasm ray, I'd like to hear your closing statements.
I would like to begin.
I would like to allow you to begin.
Now, this
Jesus, 0 AD.
baby Jesus that was 0-1 and punted across Crystal Lake comes back and dresses himself up in a suit of armor and arms himself with holy hand grenades.
Yes.
But the thing is, though, this Jesus has come back and has learned something. He's learned that he has a dick. That's right. He learned he has a dick. You know how I know? Because guess who his homegirl is? Mary Magdalene. I'm telling you, that girl, she can suck a golf ball through a garden hose. And that's all he cares about right now. So when this orgasm ray hits him, all Jason has to do is wait for him to take the pin off of one of those hand grenades. He shoots the orgasm ray, and Jesus is going to be locked up in the rapture of the orgasm. And he will be blown up by his own hand grenades, gone to holy hell himself. Now, really, you going to go 0-2? Do you really wanted to take this fight on again with some holy hand grenades, knowing that one of your hands already is used on your dick? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do it. You're better than that, man. Mama, right. There goes that man. And his name is Jason Voorhees. He's 3 stories tall, and you're about to have an orgasm before you go to holy hell.
All right. That was an argument right there. That was something. Your rebuttal, Russ.
All right. Well, my child, that was quite a rebuttal. I can respect everything you had to say, except for one thing. I do not appreciate the way you've spoken of Mary Magdalene. We were just friends. Nothing has happened there. I've heard of her talents, but again, I'm Jesus. I'm not going to take advantage of that. That wouldn't be fair, right? I mean, come on, Son of God, wouldn't be cool.
Then why you always broke? Why you always broke?
Because I give all my money away to people who need it more. I'm Jesus. I give and I give and I give and I make holy hand grenades. Okay. And here's the thing. You actually look. I'm not going to say that that's a bad strategy to fire the orgasm ray at me, which again, I feel I have the self-control to deal with it. But you're right. If you were to hit me when I pulled the pin, that'd be a pretty inopportune time for you to hit me with an orgasm ray. So thank you for telling me you're going to do that. When I pull the pin, I'm going to be watching you. You fire that thing at me. I'm going to jump out of the way. I'm going to throw a grenade at you anyway. And you're going the fuck down, big ass Jason. You're going down at the hands of Jesus.
Harsh words from Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. All right, now let's go ahead and start the voting process. Christine, you're up.
I just when the hand grenades explode, do they make like a?
Yeah, it's an explosion with like a. it mixed in. It's pretty awesome.
Hallelujah.
yeah. Shit. I don't know. It's
Christine,
pretty.
are you
they're-
high?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like that might help her.
All right.
You know what? I'm still gonna go with Jason on this, just because I don't feel like even armed with holy hand grenades, wearing a suit of armor. I don't know.
All right.
I'm
Let's
not
see.
convinced. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Chad, you're up.
All right.
Pass your judgment.
Okay, so Tragic stated that he was asked if Jason was a being of pure evil, and he wasn't. Jason was reborn of love and a desire for vengeance over the death of his mother.
Okay.
So, like I was stating in previous fights, his sole purpose was to kill the counselors. Jesus, having previously fought Jason, which Russell stated, he's had time to strategize and take Jason by surprise. I'm going to have to go with Jason. Or Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, hey, you scared the shit out of me
I
for a
was like,
second.
wow, you really spun that around for no reason.
I'm going to
That was
go with Jesus.
unexpected.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. All right.
Oh, the tally's tied up, boys. I can't deny Jason, at 3 stories tall, weighing in at nearly 190,000 tons. Really a force to be reckoned with. But I gotta say, it's been argued whether or not Jason is a being of pure evil. I feel like, had this been a more in-depth trial, we would have explored why somebody who was not a being of pure evil would have been in hell in the first place. I feel like Jason is the epitome of evil, a murderer, a psychopath who will stop at nothing for revenge.
Now,
While-
real quick, can I throw something in there?
You can't.
After the trial is over.
And maybe he might not be pure evil, but you know what? I'd say he's evil enough. Evil enough to fry under the holy light of a holy hand grenade.
Yes.
Being a smart and wise man, Jesus Christ, with his ripped abs, wearing his suit of armor, armed with holy hand grenades, set on defeating an opponent that wants to defeat him as a baby. I feel like it goes to Jesus.
God, how much do you want to write this movie now? Right? I want to write a movie about this so badly. Uh-oh, I hit rewind and now it's frozen. What's happening?
Oh.
I keep
God.
picturing.
Game froze up. That might actually be a good time. We're almost at
Well, you
we're
know
at like
what?
3.5 to 4
went
hours.
through 2 full cycles.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
So I feel like that's as good a place as any to really
Yeah,
yeah.
call
Yeah,
it a
this was
game.
awesome.
This was
It's
this
good.
was a hell of a time, guys.
And let it be known that I take the W here with my
Yep.
3 victories.
I was gonna say
over
you.
Tragic.
Oh, yeah.
Measly
Yeah.
2.
I also had 2, so it was a. And didn't everybody else have
Oh,
a win
that's right.
somewhere?
Yeah.
I had a win.
Danger
Yeah, I
had
had
one.
one.
Oddly
I
enough,
had to.
with my weakest character.
Oh, what, the ghost of Osama bin Laden?
Yeah. You know what? I would have played that character differently given another
came back.
opportunity. And my game froze up. Perfect. Not responding. Well, this has been fun, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Chris Whitmer sticking around. He said that was amazing. This was a lot of fun. I saw your comment. You're getting to see the real us tonight. Like, yep, you got right into our brains here tonight.
Yeah, you got a true insight into who we were, who we are, really.
I think they do at any time.
No,
Yeah.
but I feel like this was really just like this was pure unadulterated us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, my game
SS
froze too.
Yeah. SSJ Chibrin says, when will be GTA stream? We're streaming it probably tomorrow night. So
Yep.
at our normal time, our normal Sunday night time. So come check it out.
Yep.
It'll be fun.
I'll leave you with this image of baby Jesus.
Yeah. Who kind of looks like he's pulling like a Michael Jackson like
Kinda.
little pose there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why wouldn't
Thank you, Boozes. Eric Reardon, thanks for sticking around. Eric Reardon was yeah, I'm with you. Eric Reardon said he was very tired, didn't sleep enough, so he was falling asleep during the stream earlier.
Yeah. But you know what? That's totally okay.
That's how I'm amazed I made it through.
Help
I'm
you get to
tired as
sleep,
fuck.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm exhausted because I was up till 9 a.m. because I was up overnight last night finishing the Alien episode that went up today.
Yeah.
And so check that out. I was at least happy with how it came out. I was glad it was good. If that had been not good after working for so goddamn long on it, I don't know. And then I went to a 1-year-old's birthday party, so it was just a crazy day.
Well, on that note,
Oh man.
thanks
On that note, everybody,
for stopping by.
Go subscribe to Tragic, who is also streaming tonight, and his link is in the description. It's Broken Path Gaming. Get him to 300 subs. He's almost there.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Yep.
And
also,
check out Chad has a channel, even though he doesn't like to talk about it, but it's there.
Zero Charisma Theater, right?
Yeah, or just / Chad Newhall.
Yeah,
That
click his
works.
name. It's in the chat. It's real easy.
It's in the Chad.
It's in the chat.
Good.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow night, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.